Moobots. We just like knocked elbows. She tried to get in on that.
Domestic violence.
I'm sorry.
Domestic violence. Sepia toned.
Killer Nico already says the girl is so beautiful.
It's because I put eyeliner on.
It's because she put eyeliner on, exactly. Welcome, guys. This is episode 33 of the Level Up Show.
33!
33!
33?
33!
Still like 4 months away from 50, the big 50, but we'll get there.
Woo!
Greg's in here. We got
Greg.
Big Hat, Killer Nico. Moobot's in here, too. Our friend Moobot.
Oh, thanks, Moobot!
Thank you, Moobot. Pus-filled Scabs here. We got a lot of our regulars. Thank you so much for coming in, guys. If you are new to us, we're the Level Up Show. We're a gaming-dedicated video stream on every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm Andrew. Also got Mike here, and Mark and Kristen are in the chat room with you guys. Kristen is Kristen Says Be Nice, and Mark is Marked Words. So keep chatting with those guys in the chat room. You know, they'll try and feed us questions if we miss them. Fortunately, the comments are working this week.
Yes.
We're good on the comments.
Hey,
Kristen, yes?
Mike, you shaving cream in your right ear.
I noticed that
Is that
too.
really?
Yes. I wasn't going to say anything. I wasn't going to say anything.
I just went
Alrighty,
We're
then.
off to a great start today.
We're off to a great start. How's everybody doing this week?
awesome.
Doing good. Comic-Con's this week. We'll talk about that a little bit throughout the
Exciting.
show, just because there was a lot of exciting stuff at Comic-Con. We've been playing Destiny, obviously.
Shit ton.
Did you get to play any Destiny, Mark?
No.
No, PS3.
Nah, I was away this weekend.
No, that's fine.
For most of it.
I was just kind of curious.
Hollywood.
I'm sure the chat room can fill us in. I'm just kind of wondering what the PS3, Xbox 360 versions look like. I haven't seen any footage of
It
the
looks
last
like
gen
Destiny, just not as nice.
version. Like lower resolution
High
textures.
resolution, not as far draw distance, stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm sure it looks pretty fine though. I mean, it is a
Oh, yeah.
cross-generational title. They developed it in collaboration on both.
Can't wait to see what they do later on when they don't support it anymore.
Yeah, but how about that extra mission that we got?
That was pretty cool.
That was cool.
It was a little disappointing that you weren't able to play with us, but me and Dean did it, and we found actually extra areas
Mhm.
that I forgot to go back to.
Yeah, Ghost actually put up a video showing off some of the extra areas I saw on YouTube, and yeah, it seems like even if you didn't want to go to like the very end of the mission and finish it, you could kind of search around and
Mhm.
find some interesting stuff.
Right, and that's
like
what me and
doors
Dean-
that you couldn't go through.
So me and Dean went the wrong way when we
Yeah.
were playing, and we're like, all right, well maybe let's just keep going and see where this leads. And all of a sudden we were like, well wait a minute, what if this is where we have to go for the mission anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd be really annoyed. So let's go back, and then we ended up completing the mission.
Don't you hate that?
And it was somewhere else, and I was like, damn it!
I do that a lot
Oh.
in video games where like I don't want to progress,
Mhm.
and I'm like I have two different paths, and I'm like I think this is probably the path to progress, but what if it's not? It's like like I don't want to progress yet. I want to see
Right.
every possibility,
Right.
and I'm worried that if I go this way, it's not going to let me return and see what's over there. So I always have that
Right.
conundrum in like those kind of
Yeah, and
games.
that's so I regret it. He went off. I played some Crucible and Iron Banner events and everything like that for a
Yeah.
little while, and then I never played it. I never finished. We never got to see what was at the end of that tunnel. I'm gonna guarantee it was like an awesome weapon or something.
Yeah, I mean I'm sure that'll be open when the game comes out on September
100%.
9th.
It's everything's gonna be there. I'm gonna destroy that game. I'm gonna.
It was,
Uh,
it was nothing.
I'm gonna need a rehab.
Plot twist. It was
I'm gonna need a
nothing.
It was nothing. That's the plot twist. Yeah.
It was nothing. There's a polar bear.
Right.
Yes.
Have more feet, and we would have literally hit a wall or something like that.
Pus-filled Scab already saying, as we've heard many times, that he wishes the level cap was higher.
And you know, here's the thing: what people have to remember, and I'm going to go into it a little bit later. It's part of my rant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It was a stress test. You
Yeah,
know, it was a
definitely.
beta to give everybody a taste and get you salivating and everything like that for it. But it was a stress test, and there's some issues I did have with it. But God, I kind of flipped out a little bit last week, a little bit about it. But it was still going on this week, so I'm going to go into it again.
Yeah.
I'm going to rant this time.
I noticed I want to take the opportunity to say that that Greg is talking about Valiant Hearts, saying that he had that problem in Valiant Hearts, like kind of two paths and not sure which way to take. But I also want to say real quick that but tomorrow I'm going to throw up Greg's review of Valiant Hearts.
Yeah.
I didn't want to put it up tonight just because we already put up an article by Greg today, which is about his obsession with trophies.
Right.
So check that out, guys. It's on the levelupshow.com. Greg Verga put up his article for his trophy obsession and how that's not necessarily a bad thing. No. There's a lot of trophy hunters out there, and I'm sure the people that are trophy hunters would enjoy Greg's article. But tomorrow I'm also going to be throwing up his Valiant Hearts review, which I hear very good things about.
It's very good. Everything it seems. I mean,
you seem to like it.
UBR engine and everything like that. UBR engine is phenomenal. It's so
UBR is, man, Rayman and Child of Light, now Valiant Hearts, and the rumor of Prince of Persia being on UBR as well.
I forgot all about that.
I'll be very interested to see what that looks like when they reveal it finally. Kristen, what's up with you?
Does she talk or nah?
No,
Well,
that's what's up with
That's what's up with you.
Nah.
Well, I ate Nifty 50s today.
And that was a good thing and a bad thing.
Well, for breakfast I had pancakes.
No, well,
And then grilled cheese for
but it
lunch.
was just random.
it was spontaneous.
Yeah, and I got spicy cheese fries and a milkshake, and I just feel like I'm on fire right now.
Like, what part of you is on fire?
My intestines.
Awesome.
Specifically.
Not bathroom-wise, just feel. She talks with her fingers.
Thank you, Morgan H. There's a shout out to you there.
Thank you.
And Mark, anything you want to say before we get going into the level update?
Level update.
Why did we not think of this sooner?
We should have. No, yeah, I'm just keeping an eye out for Comic-Con news, I guess.
Yes, we'll get there.
I was
You know
down
what I
at the
wanna
beach
plug?
Saturday.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
I won Ultimate Tournament, so that was
Oh,
fun.
nice. How'd you do?
Just dicking around.
Dicking
Just
around.
I was officially
dicking
on. I
around
wasn't
it.
officially on any team. I just went down there and
Played
picked up
around.
with a couple different teams. And
Yeah.
it was fun. Hopefully, I didn't hurt myself too bad.
Great. Yeah, it's the scab earlier that
Oh,
Bogey
Is that
was
why your
trying to
ankle's
treat.
wrapped?
Yeah, I gotta see my doctor about my foot tomorrow.
Ooh, okay. Good luck with that. What were you going to say, Mike?
Handball.
Oh, I wanted to plug. I'll tell you right now, it's very rare that a movie really gets me.
Oh,
Especially
yeah.
like an indie style movie.
Mhm.
Something that came out of nowhere. And, I mean, I have a man crush on Zach Braff as is anyway, but I saw Wish I Was Here, and I was blown away. Not to mention the theater we saw it at was shit. Like half the speakers weren't working,
Mhm.
so it wasn't the same audio.
Yeah.
And it's a very music driven movie. He has very good
Like
taste
Garden
in
State
soundtrack.
always had a
soundtrack.
lot of great
It
music.
put Garden State to shame.
Really?
It was that good.
Garden State's a great movie.
So I went to see it with my lady friend, and she was meeting me at the house. And I drove with the windows down. I downloaded the soundtrack before I left the theater, listened to it on the entire way home, and just was sitting in my car. She just like walks up to the car like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "You want to just sit outside for a while?" And I just literally laid outside. It was a nice night. I just watched the start. Like it was that type of movie that made you want to
Nice.
do that.
Very existential,
Yes.
or whatever you want to call it.
That's a big word.
Garden State, one of the reasons I think we probably connect with it so much is because it's a Jersey-based movie. Is
Which-
I Was Here Jersey-based?
No, it's not. It's actually California based.
Okay.
But I mean, here's the thing with Garden State. It's Jersey based in the sense of it's New York Jersey based,
Okay.
not South Jersey based.
Okay.
You know.
I
But,
stole it for him.
Kristen, check out the number.
cool.
Already at 121. We haven't even reached the level update yet.
Let's do it.
And we're at. Wait, I just want to say, usually when we hit 100, I try to plug a few of our different channels. Thank you so
Sure.
much for coming in here, guys. We really appreciate it. We're the Level Up Show, gaming dedicated video stream on every Sunday at 10 p.m.
roll, Mike.
If you guys don't know who we are, you haven't followed us, please do. Go on twitch.tv/The Level Up Show and heart us. If you do that, you'll get email notifications whenever we go live.
No way.
Please-
Emails. All right.
All right, go on Twitter. Please follow us on Twitter because we're very active on there. It's the Level Up Show, level spelled LVL. You can also like us on Facebook. Check out our official website, thelevelupshow.com. Just put an article up today by Greg Verga about trophy hunting. And then we also have our youtube.com/The Level Up Show, level spelled LVL. Please subscribe because we archive all of our episodes on there, the live streams that you're watching right now, as well as video reviews, Game On by the Beast NJ, and a few other things as well. So subscribe, follow, and we will call you out on the show and show our appreciation. We really do appreciate when you guys show your love. And then finally, add us on PSN. I am Drew M1788, and Mike is New Guru.
You have the easiest one because people can just,
Yeah.
find you right through here. But guys, go out your way, friend me. I played with a lot of people, especially during the Destiny beta.
Yep.
Yeah, we both did. I played with, Finn. We played with, so many people. Aaron.
Yeah.
A lot of people. So
GFN.
GFN. I've played with so many people, like so many fans of ours.
Yep.
Hitman 47 that I can't even remember, half of them. I'll be honest with you. I'm sorry. I apologize, but I love playing with you. It's fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun,
It's a really
guys.
cool way to play with you guys. But we have a lot of old people here I haven't been for a little while too. So.
And also thank you to Avocado, good name, for your
That's
PSN friend request already. Really
Almost
appreciate
like
that.
guacamole.
Almost like guacamole.
From the shadows, said he's been looking forward to this all day.
Oh, thank you so much, man. Really appreciate that. We
He just
love
wants
doing
Mark.
this.
He just wants Mark.
A lot of people want Mark.
Mark's legs.
I want me.
Mark's legs. Oh no, you have shorts
I
on.
have me. Oh no, I have shorts on.
Well, you have to just show them off when we hit 200. You have to show off the calves, all right? All right, guys, let's get into the level update.
And my rap.
This was my idea for the song, so
That was right.
if we get in trouble, listen.
We were on a newsroom kick at the
Throw you
time.
under the bus.
Wait, did that ever come back?
It hasn't come back yet, but I think it is renewed for a third
It's been
season.
like a year.
Thank you, Hummer5530, for your friend request, and thank you, Sticky Nice,
I don't
for your
actually
friend
have a
request.
cookie, but I wanted to give you a cookie.
I want to
you
eat a
picked
cookie
it.
right now.
You're wasting the index cards, man. Come on now.
Mike gave me
I
a
can
cookie.
erase it.
Okay, that's true. It is pencil. Last of Us Remastered comes out very soon, and there's a few Last of Us articles this week that we're going to talk about because just people are very excited. First one I want to talk about is The Last of Us One Night Live. Have you guys heard about this?
What is it?
It's called The Last of Us One Night Live. Sony recently announced it that The Last of Us One Night Live will be performed in Los Angeles for a special one-night-only performance.
Jealous.
You can expect a live reading of select scenes, including some of the main characters and their voice actors, under the direction of creative director and writer Neil Druckmann from Naughty Dog, along with Troy Baker, who plays Joel, Ashley Johnson, who plays Ellie, Merle Dandridge, who plays Marlene, and Hannah Hayes, Sarah, and then finally Annie Wershing, who plays Tess. They'll all be among the actors present for the reading, and then even better than all that is Gustavo Santaola, who did all of the music for the game, is also going to be performing during their live readings. So I think that's pretty awesome that they're doing this for people. I've never seen anything done like this before.
I'm praying to God that this is recorded.
Yeah, that would be really cool if they put
I
it
would
up.
watch this.
Yeah,
like in an
definitely.
instant. Thank you, Angel, for the friend request.
But guys, it's tomorrow.
Thank you, Logic, for the friend request.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. The reading takes place tomorrow at the Broad Stage in Santa Monica, California, July 28th, 7 p.m. Tickets are free, but I have no idea if they're sold out. I probably imagine that they are sold out.
If people even know about it.
Yeah, if people know about it. But yeah, I didn't know about this until this week. So hopefully they still have tickets. If you guys are in Santa Monica, try and look that up and see if you can get on in that, because I think it's going to be really fun. Thank you, Covert Tactic, I think it says, for your friend request. Really appreciate that, man. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
How many viewers does that require?
To
Mark,
rub Mark's
Mike.
legs.
Mike, rubbing your calves with fabricated milk?
That is
along those
hilarious. Oh my God.
lines? Yeah,
awesome.
Dia Gotba99 says he needs to go to LA.
Yeah, let's.
I would
Yeah, dude,
pee.
I'm really jealous
I
right
would
now.
pee on anyone here's leg if you got stung by a jellyfish.
Thank you so much.
I thought you were gonna say I would pee on anybody here's like just to go to California because I'm thinking this.
I thought it was going to be for viewers. I was like,
Oh,
that's
not for
extreme.
viewers, but I would definitely do that to go to
This isn't that kind of channel, guys.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
I will also.
We don't do that.
Somebody mentioned in the chat room, and I didn't put this in the outline here, that supposedly, hold on one sec, 30 frames per second gives better shadows in The Last of Us Remastered than 60 frames per second. So there is a little bit of a trade-off now we're finding out there, guys. I know a lot of people are like, why would you
I
ever
never
do
played
30
both.
frames per second? Well, if you want a little bit better graphical fidelity, you could try out 30 frames per second. But I think most people agree that 60 frames per second is a better addition to the title than
On
than the
Tuesday,
graphics.
why don't you play a comparison?
Yeah, definitely. I'll do both during the live. I'm gonna try and I'm trying to play it at midnight on release. I'm gonna try and put in at least like 2 hours, hopefully that night.
Cool.
Just because I have work the next day, unfortunately. I would marathon it if I could. I really would. I would try and get the entire game beat that night if I could.
Your face.
But I'm not. I have work the next day. I know. I wish that I didn't.
Back into the relation. Finn N7 Finn was saying that the tickets are already sold out, but it is gonna be streamed on Twitch.
Oh, that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
really cool. I'll be
So,
watching that
I'm
for sure if I
definitely gonna go out
can.
my way to try. Oh, I'm gonna be tubing tomorrow.
Tubing?
Yeah, down Delaware River.
I saw
Oh.
you bought something on Facebook for
yeah,
tubing.
for Living Social. Yeah, it was like $14. They give you free food and it's like 4 hours.
That's nice.
Wow.
Already getting a bunch of YouTube and Twitch ads. Would you mind reading a few of those off?
Boaz. Boaz? I don't know. No. Hunk 101445. Oh wait, that's YouTube.
Yep.
Martin Valles, Paul Puglisi, Ter Hayes. This is hard. Rough M4M.
Didn't he already add us before?
Oh no, that's his first time adding us on Twitch at least.
Afner. Yes. That was really bad.
All right, let's see if I can do better than you on this. Okay, Boaz, Punk, 101, Martin Valles, Paul
Good job,
Polizzi,
Kristen.
Tare Hayes, Rough Rough 4M, and Ethan R. Thank you for your Twitch
My
and
brain
YouTube
is
ads.
foggy.
She needs to wake up
You're
still.
still in the post cheese fries haze.
Yes, it was the cheese fries that got to me.
Go ahead, Mike. Sorry, you're up.
Oh, no, that's fine. That was creepy. Sorry, dog opened the random door. Media Molecule's PS4 title teased with the release of a video. Media Molecule said a rendering error on our new PS4 project caused this trippy sequence of colorful nonsense that begged to be shared. Consider it an exclusive peek at our new game if you like. It's not particularly revealing, but it is fun. That would be much guaranteed. Mostly.
Whatever that means.
Right, I'm not really sure. It's fun, which I'm assuming it's going to be a difficult game. It's not gonna be
Maybe,
all
or
cute.
maybe he's just talking that there's not a lot revealed in this video. There isn't. I don't know
Right,
if you saw
I
it.
haven't seen it yet, but in the video, certain objects can be made out, such as the face of an old man, very similar to the character shown off in their first PS4 tech demo.
I did see this video. It runs about a minute, and all it is like they said, it's a glitch.
Okay.
And what it's causing to happen is these really weird, colorful lights to be strobing and stuff, and it looks like it's kind of making the silhouettes of maybe the characters on a wall or something.
Okay.
And if you look closely, you can pick out a few things. And the only thing I did realize when I was watching it is that, like I said, one of the faces I saw quickly flash looked very similar to the grandpa doll that was shown off in that first puppet.
Yeah.
So it makes me wonder, maybe that is something they're going with. I don't know for sure, but that's the only thing I picked up on, is that looked like very similar to that original tech demo.
Cool.
It won't be that, I'm sure. It won't just be some like modeling program, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's a part of the mechanics of the game
Right.
to allow for creativities, as Media Molecule always does
Right, they're
with
very good
Tearaway
at
and Little
that.
Big Planet. So that's something I love about Media Molecule. They're one of the most creative developers out there, in my
Right.
opinion.
And it's almost, what's funny is they're almost a basic in the way of their creativity.
Very.
Very basic, very strict.
It's deep creativity, but presented in a mostly simplistic way. I always
Right,
feel.
and I like that.
Yeah.
Almost like minimalistic art.
Kristen, you're up.
Ah!
Yay!
Let's see if I can read. Or will the cheese fries win?
Damn the cheese fries. That
Spicy
was such
cheese
a bad
fries.
choice.
The Sims 4 will have a premium subscription service.
There's actually, like, it could be bad news, but it might not be bad news.
Right.
But go ahead.
The Sims 4 Premium will provide players with exclusive items and early access to new content. The first ad was spotted during a gameplay reveal saying, "Become a premium member to get early access to 3 new packs with exclusive items. Your Sims can throw a spooky costume party, camp in the great outdoors, and toast to the new year in style."
Yeah, you know, Sims has always been known for expansion pack after expansion
Oh my
pack.
god, they had, what did Sims 2 have?
Like 10 to
11?
12 or like
Yeah.
just ridiculous amounts. So now they're probably waiving that for this kind of thing with a subscription service, $50. Maybe it's a one-time fee, but you get access almost like what do they usually call it when you buy like a $20 pack on the PS4 and stuff like that, and it gives you access to the map packs when they were.
The season pass?
The season pass. It's almost like a season pass, is what I imagine. I also really want to call out, I really appreciate this. You know Mike Emerson, the guy who does his own developer shows?
Yeah.
He just shouted us out on Twitter saying, watch this show. I love this show. Thank you,
Dude,
Mike.
he's an awesome guy.
He's an awesome guy.
I love watching him whenever I can.
Yeah, exactly. That's really kind of him to go on and discuss the development process with fans. A really cool thing for him to do that. So thank you so much, Mike. Really appreciate that shout out, man.
Is he in the chat room?
I don't know if he is. He's watching
He
the
might
show,
be a
though.
silent viewer or something
Yeah, maybe.
too, so.
But really,
Thank you.
appreciate that.
Thank you again very much, man.
Skype us!
I'm not finished yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, Drew.
You're the worst.
I'm the
You're
worst.
the worst.
I'm the worst. Okay, good.
Get your Skypes ready.
EA did a similar service with Battlefield 4 to provide players with early access to expansion packs and map packs. That service was $1 million.
No, you didn't do the pinky. $1 million.
It's actually $50, as I was saying. But
That's awesome. Do that again. That should so be your intro picture.
yes.
We'll change it to that.
How did that go over with Battlefield? Does anyone know?
It does really well.
Okay.
For Call of Duty and Battlefield, it does really well for all of them.
You know what? They're removing some stuff from Sims 4, such as toddlers, such as pools, but
this is where they're going to
they're also adding a lot of stuff with this game. And I'm sure later on, once they figure out how to incorporate those elements into whatever mechanics this game introduces, I'm sure they will through the subscription service.
I wonder if they know how bad it sounds when they say they remove toddlers in pools. It makes me think that people are throwing toddlers get
That
the pool.
is exactly what Kristen said. That's the first thing she said is what were toddlers being thrown into pools in the game. And
Like, that's
I don't think so, but it's possible, right? But yeah,
What game?
in Sims.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's the first thing you thought of is were they throwing toddlers in pools? Why would they remove that?
Yeah. I thought that.
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Skybox.
it's really funny though.
We're gonna turn on the lines right now, guys.
We got a lot of new people watching us that
Yeah.
keep saying hi. Thank you to Gillies56. But guys, thank you for joining us. Drew, why don't you go through the while we're waiting for a call?
I just want to make sure this is online real quick.
No.
It is now online. You guys can call us at the Level Up Show. Spelled exactly how it sounds, no spaces.
I'm not
Mark
saying
and Mubot constantly posted in the chat room. So please call in, guys. We can talk about any of the gaming-related topics we've already discussed. We can talk about Destiny too. I know a lot of people are still in the Destiny.
Shout out to Mixed B2290. He's a first-time viewer and he loves our show.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Thank you
you.
so much. Damn, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, just to cover everything real quick. A lot of new guys in here. Someone from Iraq, I think, just said they're in here. That's awesome. We're the Level Up Show. We're a gaming dedicated video stream on every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Follow us, and you'll get access to all of our content and also be alerted whenever we go live. Follow us on twitch.tv/The Level Up Show for email notifications when we go live. Also follow us on Twitter, Facebook. Check out our official website, thelevelupshow.com. And please subscribe to us on youtube.com/The Level Up Show. Level spelled LVL. And we archive all of our live shows and put up other original content as well.
Awesome. We got some guy, Sniper Goes from Iraq. We got
That's really
some
cool.
new people, Mini Beast or something like that, I think. I saw a bunch of people in here that randomly came in for the first time. Guys, thank you for joining us late.
So we have had this question pop up a few times, most recently by Killer Nico. Is the Destiny data going to transfer to the real game?
No.
No, that's
There is something.
one item, right? From
So
mission?
from yesterday, there was a extra mission that was held. See, here's the thing, and this is what I'm going to go with. I'm going to have a two-parter for my rant.
Okay.
But yes, there's going to be something that transfers over. I'm sure there might be one other thing for anybody that joined in the beta. But yesterday there was a special event at 5 Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Pacific Time. And if you were lucky enough to get on there, you were able to play the moon. If you finished the moon level, you got a special banner and something else that's going to transfer over. I think it's actually a emblem.
Of that mission, what weapon did you choose as a reward from that mission? It seems like most people went with the fusion rifle. That's what I went with.
No, I went with the sniper.
Okay.
I always go with sniper.
Okay, yeah, you like that kind of stuff. I hate that
Dude,
kind of stuff.
I've been owning with the sniper.
Yeah.
I'm not like trying to suck my own whatever, but I've been
Alrighty.
owning with the sniper rifle. I don't know what it is. Like the one map on Venus, I think it is, where you have to capture the area B, and there's like the little platform to jump on.
Sure, yeah.
It's in the middle. You know what I'm talking
Yeah, I
about?
think I do.
Player. Well, I jumped on there. I got up and I sniped 4 guys right in a row. Like I was like, and it was.
That's when I threw the controller.
And I was
done
like,
with this game.
This is nuts. How am I doing this? It was perfect.
Oh wow, we already had 214 guys.
What were we doing at 200? Was Mark showing his legs?
And I usually do pterodactyl Andrew.
No, let's do that at 250.
We got the 200 very quick this week. We're only at 30 minutes in. Guys, thank you so much for coming in. We're the Level Up Show. Please continue. We're going to talk about all the big gaming industry news from this past week.
Plus games.
If we get to 250, I will do pterodactyl Andrew, and Mark will show off
these
some
PS
cams.
Plus games yet for all?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Okay.
They'll probably do
There
that
has
in
not
there.
that has not been
They
announced.
haven't released them yet, sorry.
Hey, and Two Relevant's been saying a couple times. I saw this earlier. Did you hear anything about the Destiny beta getting extended?
No, I did not.
As far as I know, it was going to end tonight.
I thought
today
so
was the
too.
last time. They in their post earlier this morning, it said something about Moon Mission was too damn hard. Oh, it stinks.
It
man.
was tough when all the enemies come out of that door.
Luckily, we had me and Dean. You were there with us too at that point, so we had all 3 of us working together. Yeah, that was before you got.
With Dave, I worked only with Dave when that door opens and they just come out in swarms.
Oh no,
we didn't die though. We did.
So there's strategy. And what I noticed was if you have one guy in the center to get the mask,
Yeah.
you have another guy sitting on top on either the right or left side.
Yeah.
You can easily pick them off. Like I was just throwing a grenade down. I was just shooting them with the getting headshots.
One thing I can say is when it comes to multiplayer, it's already getting to that level now where I just can't compete with other level games.
No.
I'm getting murdered already, and it's not a lot of fun for me.
My highest score was when I had a level 4 Warlock.
Yeah.
Level 4. Everybody else is level 8 on high scores.
Yeah, that's the thing
pretty
is
intense.
that's what makes it
Yes.
tough is since it has a level cap, everyone reaches level 8, but everyone continues to level up their weapons and armor. So you're still being match made with level 8s because you're level 8, but those guys might have much
I
stronger
don't think
weapons.
the numbers calculate. I think it balances out.
Okay, then I just suck.
No, you knew that. Remember when we played the alpha and it took you like 3.5 minutes to get a kill?
Yes.
That
I'm
was-
better than that now. I'm better than
No,
that.
you are better than that, but that was hilarious. Like out of nowhere, just perfect.
Yeah. I just want to
Yeah,
know.
so-
I saw Westfire's in the room. I always have to acknowledge.
Diary Jason.
Diary Jason, DJ Jason Westfire.
His
Where's Brick at? Oh my god.
Hey Anthony, you're on the Level Up show. How you doing, man? You gotta turn down your TV, Anthony. Let's wait it out, see if we can get him.
and now we play the waiting game.
Anthony, you hear us? He's listening to the delay. I can hear him.
This is so fun. I like when this happens. Just kidding.
Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah, just doing that now.
Okay. Can you hear us, man?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. You're no longer on the delay. Let me just say while you're on right now, anyone who's calling in, guys, please turn down your TV because there is about a 20-second delay, and it's better to just talk to us on Skype through the TV.
I got you now.
It's all right, man. Don't worry about it. How you doing?
I'm all right, man. How are you?
What do you want to talk about tonight?
Well, we're talking about the
Of course, the moment.
no, yeah, you guys were talking about tension.
I'm sorry,
it's breaking up.
What did you
I
say?
can't hear a thing right now.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry, we're breaking up with you a little bit. Try and say that one more time, Anthony. What do you want to talk about?
We're just talking about the Destiny beta in general, right? So,
Yeah, definitely.
There is an article on the PlayStation Universe saying that they might extend the beta past the July 27th.
Do you know how long?
Is that
past?
through Bungie that said it, or is this an
Yeah,
independent?
it's in response to the Destiny beta when it ends. Bungie had said that. Told me so maneuver. Anyways, they had said that there was no date set in stone, basically, and we might go forth and extend it more. So.
Here's the thing for that is that the date set in stone is they actually had the date as the 27th for a while. They said it was going to be the 23rd to the 27th. Now, if they change that, that'll be awesome. I'll be psyched for that. Sorry. I'll be psyched for that.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Well,
we'll continue playing.
I got it here. They're saying, well, who said it here? I'm just trying to find the name for you guys here. From the guy that said it, from the community manager, David, said it was never set in stone when the beta would end. The best Destiny beta ends when we say it ends. Those are his quotes. So.
Okay. All right, then. That's cool to hear. Thanks so much
Well,
for
as of right now, though, everybody's saying the beta's already down right now.
Okay. Well, we'll see what happens.
Well, okay, there we go.
There we go. We'll see what happens later on.
We'll see what happens. Anthony, thanks for calling in, man.
Hey, no problem, man. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully they bring it back up or something. It would be awesome to play a little bit more Destiny, a couple days or something like that. But even if not, we got a full, what was it? Like, in total, like 10 days out of this thing, right?
Yeah, we got more. Yeah, total.
From PS4, we got like 10 days at least.
Yeah, you're right.
Awesome beta.
Oh, so much
Very
fun.
fleshed out. A good amount of content. Got a little repetitive after a while, but that's to be expected.
Right.
You know?
I mean, when you're playing you only have so much to play in there unless you're playing the multiplayer. And like I said, it was all a stress test.
I'm going to shut off Skype for now, guys, just so we can move on to our second segment for Level Update. But real quick, I want to thank a few people. Thank you, Rich, like your mom, for subscribing to us on YouTube. Thank you, Immortal Kim, for following us on Twitch. And Bayaz, I think I said your name earlier. Thank you for subscribing to us on YouTube. Really appreciate that, man. Also, Adam Hubo. Thank you so much. So,
I wondered what would break first. Your spirit or your body?
you might need to start dressing up like Bane if you're going to say that line.
Right, like over.
We need to give her a Batman line, not a Bane line.
Where is he?
Where is he?
That wasn't bad, actually.
Awesome.
For a girl, that wasn't bad.
Do that. Wait, hold on, wait, stop. Everybody be quiet. Do
One
it
more
again.
time.
Where is he?
It's not.
Awesome. We should use that as a soundbite.
Oh, we're at 249, man. We're almost there. 250, Pterodactyl Andrew and Mark's calves.
People are gonna be like, what is wrong with that?
Cactus and Sticks! Mark's calves!
Let's continue on. More Last of Us
Where's
news.
me?
Naughty Dog still might return to The Last of Us. Naughty Dog's Arne, I think his name is Arne Mayer, said it would be a disservice to ourselves and to our fans.
what?
A disservice.
I thought you said a dish service.
A dish service, that's it. A disservice to ourselves and to our fans not to at least consider returning to the franchise. He added on to that saying, it really comes down to, is there something interesting in this universe we've created that we want to continue to explore? Mayer continued, is it something that we can get the entire team passionate about? Is it something we can get the creative directors excited about? And then we would continue it. Mayer also spoke of possibly remastering the original Uncharted trilogy for PS4, saying they will not roll it out. And finally, this is also really good news. He said that Jack and Crash might make a return. Nothing is off the table.
Right, and they've been saying that for weeks, especially about Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
You know, they've been saying it's never been off the table. It's just securing the.
It happened, man. I'm sorry, Mark.
Mark.
We have to stay true to our word. I'm sorry. I'm
We
sorry.
reached 250. That means
No,
Mark's
you didn't say
and
that.
Pterodactyl Andrew.
Alrighty, let's do it to it.
I don't like being objectified.
Pterodactyl Andrew.
Let's do it to it.
Go, dude.
What the heck is on your foot?
It's rats. I fucked up.
All right, that's it, guys.
Oh
All right,
my God. At 300?
350.
350, we'll do Giraffe Kristen.
Giraffe Kristen at 350.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
And
that.
then at 400, Dinosaur Team.
Yes, we always say that. It never happens.
Right,
So,
well, that's where we go.
Dinosaur team at 400. We don't even know what that means. We've never had that happen. But
Serious.
That's the wrong person.
let's get back to the level
Joker.
update. Crash has been in the news a little bit recently
Right, a lot.
because of the fan art contest and
Right.
them saying we can't do Crash Bandicoot. But for them to say that it's not off the table, maybe that means they have talked with Activision at least.
Right, and that's actually been rumored around too, that they've been trying to talk to Activision about securing this. You know,
It would be so
property
nice
and-
for them to at least be like. That's the thing is I just don't expect that to happen. Activision wants to do it the way they want to do it, and if Crash Bandicoot were to return to Naughty Dog, it would have to be a buyout. I don't think it would
Right.
just be like we're going to do it. For
Yeah, we're gonna
Activision.
let you. Here, you
Yeah.
can borrow it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
It
has to be
sucks
a
because it
buyout.
was their IP.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know.
That's the way it goes. All right, sorry about that. Go
All
ahead.
right, but speaking about Batman, I feel like Kristen should be the one reading this.
I should.
No, I always write up her things so that she can read them and read off. Like
I feel like you would understand the other one better. I'm just saying because you're wearing the Batman
Fine.
costume.
You'll be nice. You'll enjoy the
Fine.
next one too.
Batman Arkham Knight pre-order bonuses for GameStop have leaked. We already knew that there would be a Harley Quinn story pack with the pre-order, but now there's been revealed that there will also be a Red Hood story pack if you pre-order at GameStop.
Have you seen the Red Hood animated movie?
Dude, I've
It's
been
awesome.
obsessed with that. I think I told you about that.
I don't know if you told me about it, but I watched it with my brother back around when it released, and I thought it was really good.
And, oh my god, I'm obsessed with it.
A great depiction of the Joker.
Oh yeah, I
and
watch
that-
it at least once or twice a year.
Yeah, it's a great
It's
movie.
phenomenal. That and Batman Year One are really
Red
good.
Hood is that's not exclusive to like the animated movie or anything like that. He's a character that has been in
Yeah, well,
comics for a little while.
you'll see. I recommend anybody that enjoys Batman or the entire lore behind that.
Yeah.
I urge you to watch Under the Red Hood. It's probably still on Netflix. If not, go out of your way to try to find it. It's a phenomenal story for
Yes,
Batman.
definitely.
Really, really influential. It kind of shapes the series for the future.
Yeah, and the way.
So anyway, getting back to it, rumors are currently suggesting that it's going to be an end of February release, which is going to be coincide very well with the
Right around
games.
so many other games.
Right. Everybody seems to be doing it. February seems to be the big area right now.
I think we said last week we got The Witcher, we got Order, we got Arkham Knight, and there might have been one more too. I can't remember what it was, but there was another rumored game around that time. Metal Gear Solid 5 is rumored
Yes.
for March.
Yeah, we
So
talked about it
that's
last week.
4 great looking games in the span of like 30 days.
Right.
Could be a good time.
It's going to be October all over again.
Mark, can you talk
Yeah.
to that one person?
Yeah.
Sorry, you have one more comment on
And
here.
then, so, that being said, for anybody that's a fan of Batman, Comic-Con, I mean, come on now.
That was the nerdgasms.
Oh
everywhere.
my god, so many feels.
Yes. It was just, did you watch the video that leaked of like the audience reacting
Yeah,
to it?
yeah.
That's
Oh
what
my
made it
God,
so
phenomenal.
awesome. What we're talking about, guys,
I watched 3 different versions of it.
is the Batman vs Superman Dawn of Justice teaser trailer that leaked online. Just search for it. You can probably find it somewhere. It's very like off camera, like kind of far back. Thank you, Nola Saints, for your friend request. But it'll hype you up like crazy just because of how the audience reacts to the introduction of Superman.
But if you
in the
know
Batsuit.
the Batman lore and you see this image, like what they show you,
Yeah.
the trailer alone, you know what's coming.
It looks
you
so
know,
good.
it's more confirmation of exactly what's going to happen in the story. And I'll be honest with you, I'm surprised they're going this route already.
Very Dark Knight Returns.
Right, well, I didn't want to I want people to see it. But,
Yeah.
But that being said, yes, it's very Dark Knight Returns, and I'm really surprised they're going that route already.
Yeah.
You know, I thought that would be something they would do for movie 3.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm going to see what they do with it, where they go.
It's funny because of the whole Batman versus Superman thing. Kristen was kind of confused by it. It's like, I don't understand what's the point of that. And I showed her a clip from The Dark Knight Returns.
She
the
never
animated.
watched Batman: The Dark Knight Returns?
No, I showed her a clip of it and of the scene where Batman fights Superman, and she's like, "Turn this off. I don't want to watch this. I hate this." And she's like, "They shouldn't be fighting each
So
other.
here's
They're
a
heroes."
favor: watch the entire thing. Make her watch the entire thing.
It is a really great movie. But she doesn't.
No,
She
it's
doesn't
really
like
good.
the idea of two heroes that like she's like known for so long.
Well, that's
fighting
what I
each other.
said. Watch the entire movie, because if you watch the entire thing, you get the idea of why it's happening.
Yeah. So.
When does this show air?
Sundays
Right
at
now.
10 p.m. Eastern time. Every Sunday.
Right now.
We're on episode 33. We've been doing this for at least 33 weeks.
Wow.
So we're on almost every weekend. There might be a couple here and there where we have to skip. Labor Day or Memorial Day weekend?
Labor Day.
Labor Day weekend, we might have to skip that week just because.
Memorial Day, you're planning far ahead.
Yes. Yeah. But sorry, Kristen, you're up with your
Big
next
news:
story.
Batman fondles dog. Da da da. It might be hard to read this.
Thank you, Minovation.
Okay, here it goes. Uncharted film slotted for June of 2016. I thought there was a Last of Us one.
We'll
all
get that
stuff?
later.
Yeah.
There are all these movies, man.
Yeah.
Movie man. Even though it
What
has
a
gone through
search
many
you
scripts
got,
and directors, Sony has still decided to place Uncharted in their film schedule for 2016 as of June 10th. The movie once had director David O. Russell attached of American Hustle fame with Mark Wall as Drake.
With Mark Wall as Drake.
Wahlberg! I can't read with this thing on.
I can't say what this thing on.
Mark Wahlberg as Drake and Robert De Niro as Sully.
I would have hated that.
When that
Yeah.
fell through, direction went over to Limitless director Neil Berger with Bradley Cooper rumored for Drake. He'd be good. Now the film is set to be directed by Seth Gordon, who worked on Horrible Bosses. No actor is currently attached for Nathan Drake. Rumors are that Sony still wants to grab Wahlberg for the role.
Nathan Fillion.
He's too old. Let's be honest. If they were doing Uncharted 4, a Thief's End,
Right.
then yeah, I would say Nathan Fillion would probably be perfect. But I would have been fine with Bradley Cooper. I think Bradley Cooper
Bradley
would have
Cooper
fit
pulled
really
it off
well.
very well.
I think Bradley Cooper fits it much more than Wahlberg does.
Well, Ryan Reynolds.
I would enjoy Bradley Cooper more than I would. I've seen Ryan Reynolds in enough of
Being
those kind
very
of roles.
nice.
Yeah, right. You know,
enjoy.
after Green Lantern, I have to go with Bradley Cooper, especially with him being Rocket Raccoon and the hype surrounding
Oh, God,
that
yes.
role. Thank you, Undead Slayer, for your friend request.
I don't know. I'm not super excited with, I guess, what he's with Bradley Cooper's work for Rocket Raccoon.
Well,
I
I-
haven't noticed anything like outstanding
Hi,
or
Steele.
different about it. It's like,
So,
oh, this is Bradley Cooper.
When I saw Bradley Cooper was attached to it, I didn't like it. I'll be honest with you. Let's just go off real quick.
Okay.
I didn't like the idea behind it. And then, as I was thinking about it, I was like, well, he has the style, and he could alter his voice a little bit, or they could alter his voice, and it could be really entertaining. Because when I think of Rocket Raccoon, I think of more of like a scratchy, like, maybe like a little
Yeah.
pitch or
he's a
off pitch.
raccoon.
Raccoon. He's a raccoon.
But no, it's just Bradley Cooper talking.
Yeah, it pretty much just says Bradley Cooper. Yeah.
And I don't like that. And I guess
That
that's
being
in place of
said,
his
the early
FaceTime.
reviews are
they're
stellar.
phenomenal. They're over 9.
Yes, it's doing very, very well.
Groot.
Yes.
Well, that's all he says. I don't
Yeah, I
know if you
know.
know that.
That's all he says. That's all he ever says.
He's like,
Yeah, for those that don't know anything, he's like Hodor. All he does is say, I am Groot, and that's the range of what he can speak.
and he beats people up.
Did you guys bus?
Scam us.
While we talk, guys, we're going to open up the Skype lines so that you can call in at the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds. No spaces, Noble Metal. We will be getting to the Last of Us movie and Maisie Williams. Don't worry, we'll
Someone
get there.
said Chris Evans should be.
That wouldn't be bad.
And I
thank
will
you,
be okay
Limo
with that.
He's in a lot, though.
He is a lot.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
and supposedly he
He's
wants to stop acting for a while once he's done with Captain America.
What?
Yeah, he wants to get away from acting for a little
Not
bit.
stop completely, but he'll just probably like stop and just let it cool down. He has
Take it
enough
easy.
money. He doesn't need to do anything.
I
Thank
like
you,
his
Anime Warrior.
very
Now,
trash.
did you know that Groot though he was a villain and he would he was like one of those villains back in like the 60s that would just randomly come to Earth to fuck shit up for no reason.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Groot.
Oh, Groot. Okay.
Yeah, he was like a random villain. He would just like land on Earth, and he was one of those like take me to your leader type enemies that was just fucking shit up just because he could.
Let's go to the chat room. I feel like we're being a little bit antisocial right now.
Mixed B. He says Morgan Freeman as Nathan Drake.
Yes. What can't Morgan Freeman do?
Someone said they want Michael Cera as Batman earlier.
Chevy Chase as Sully.
That would actually. No, that'd be terrible. That'd be terrible.
What's the guy from Evil Dead?
Oh yeah,
Bruce Campbell. He probably would make a pretty good Sully.
Actually, Bruce Campbell would make a great Sully.
Yeah, I could see that.
That would be really cool.
But Sam Raimi's attached to the Last of Us movie, which we'll be talking about later. So we might be seeing Bruce Campbell on another Naughty Dog franchise, not Uncharted.
Someone asked Sly Cooper versus Rocket Raccoon.
Sly Cooper. No,
Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah.
Do you ever
Take away the weapons. Take away the weapons.
Oh, okay. Now that being said, that's a little different.
He's got a cane, and Rocket Raccoon has a rocket launcher. I think that's a little.
Rocket Raccoon has pretty much every gun imaginable in Ratchet and Clank combined into one
Reynolds
gun.
as Sully.
That's not bad.
Wow.
Burt Reynolds would be pretty good. How about Nick Nolte? Nick Nolte as Sully. How about that one? $300 million opening weekend? No, probably not. But I think Uncharted is one of those movies that could actually do pretty well.
You know what's interesting? Mustard Boy asked who would be a good Joel in the Last of Us movie.
Let's save that for later. How about that? Can we save that for later?
Why?
Because we have a Last of Us topic later on the movie and all that kind of stuff. I feel like we can
why
save
don't you write
that for
that down
later.
so we don't forget?
Oh, once we get to that topic, it'll come up. Don't worry. I want to talk about that as well. I want to talk about the rumored role for Ellie. We'll get to that.
Why won't they make a CG Uncharted or Last of Us movie? Because that doesn't work and that's awful.
I don't want to say that it doesn't work. It's just it's a realistic world. They're trying to depict realistic events, and they're trying to keep it as grounded as possible. I think they want to have real life actors take on these storylines, especially Last of Us. Uncharted is a little bit more pulp action, like fun adventure, but I still think that it works as a live action movie.
Accent. What about Sean Connery as Sully?
I don't think I've ever heard Sean Connery not do his accent. Like, has he ever done anything but his accent?
He played a Russian submarine commander and still had his accent.
I know, like really, like that's like
right.
Arnold Schwarzenegger not having the Schwarzenegger accent. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah, it's.
All right, so with his accent, do you think that would work?
No, no, I don't. I don't think Sean Connery would work.
Ow.
Sean Connery is Big Boss, is what Sean Connery is. I don't know if you guys know that, but the actual artwork for Big Boss is Sean Connery in the first Metal Gear.
Oh.
And the artwork for Solid Snake is Jason Bean, or not Jason Bean, from Terminator. Is it Jason Bean? The one who played Reese, Kyle Reese. Anyone know what his name is?
Oh.
Michael Bean. Michael Bean. He was the original artwork for Solid Snake.
Good.
So yeah, a lot of people think that those are the people that should play those roles because of that. Get to the chopper.
To the chopper.
Bradley Cooper is only 4 years younger.
than
That is
Sully.
surprising, actually.
Huh.
Bradley Cooper is a young-looking man. That's surprising.
Kristen, shake down the left side of your face. Shake down the left side of your face?
I don't know what that means. You look like you're having a stroke or something.
Yo, that was a good Caesar sheet.
She's or
Someone
scene.
said have a look at Dylan McDermott and said it as a Joel.
I've seen that a lot. I don't
No,
like him.
Matthew McConaughey.
He doesn't have
too old.
He has the facial
old.
features. I know what they're saying. He has the
Right.
same nose. He has the same facial
Right.
structure, but he's too pretty boyish. Even when he has facial
Here's
hair.
the thing. Joel in the beginning actually wasn't that bad.
No, but I don't think I want to have the first 5 minutes determine what the
But
character
that being
is.
said, what if they were able to do enough with his face to make
Maybe.
him
I
okay?
think there's better choices. I'll talk about it later.
Anyway.
We're not getting any calls, so I think we should move on.
Yeah, you guys don't want to talk to us, you dicks.
I will say, Unguided Batman had a good idea.
No, that was my left side.
Kiefer Sutherland as an Uncharted villain.
Left.
That would work.
That would be cool.
Also, Sean Bean, I feel like would work for some reason.
Oh
I don't
yeah,
know why.
because we need to kill him some more.
Oh, yeah.
He hasn't died
What about
enough
Kevin
yet.
Spacey as a villain?
There's a really good chart that
That's the shot
tracks
you're
every
saying.
death Sean Bean has had in every
Yeah,
role
read it
he's
off.
played,
No,
and
I
it's actually kind of neat.
Yeah.
What do you got?
That is an interesting comment. from
Finn,
somebody
thank you for
there.
joining us, bud. We'll see you around, I'm sure.
Yeah, see you, Finn. Let's move on to our third segment. Xbox One. This should feed the console war debate later on for sure. Xbox One and Xbox 360, we found out the ship numbers for the March to June quarter, and it is 1.1 million. Now, I'm sure that doesn't mean anything to a lot of people, but it's actually not good. Let me put this in perspective for some people. If you group together the consoles, that's immediately a bad sign, and that's what happened here. They're grouping together Xbox One and Xbox 360. The second bad sign is that the last quarter, from January to March, Xbox One did 1.2 million alone. Now we're doing Xbox One and Xbox 360 below that. Let's continue further with that. In the 8 years that the Xbox 360 was, on the market before Xbox One, there was only 2 years that the Xbox 360 went below 1.1 million for the same quarter. And then finally, considering that Xbox 360 sold 800,000 in the previous quarter from January to March, that must mean that Xbox One sales might be as low as 300,000 for this entire quarter.
God.
That's actually very low, and I don't think that's
I don't even
true.
want to say anything.
That doesn't mean that's true. That's just the possibility. It could be that low. Considering the NPD numbers imply that it is over 300K, what that would probably mean is that they are not filling the shelves at all anymore. They're waiting for the previous shipments to sell and no longer shipping,
That would link
which
up
is
with
also
what
bad
people have
news.
been telling me, too.
Yeah, so they're not selling. They're on
No.
the shelves and they're staying on the shelves to the point where they might only be shipping 300,000 in a
Which,
quarter.
to put that into perspective too, isn't that almost the same as what Wii U was doing?
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
300K is exactly what the Wii U did.
We were making fun of that
Yes.
for a long time, and I don't want to make fun of Xbox. I feel like I need to give them. The
I
credit
think
that they
the
deserve.
likelihood is that Xbox One is more around 400 to 500. I would say more likely, but that still is not good in the grand scheme of things. So hopefully they can bounce back with the price drop and the hype after E3. They had a great E3. They've got Master Chief Collection. They've got Sunset Overdrive coming. They've got Quantum Break with a blowout at Gamescom supposedly. So just keep the hope alive for Xbox One, and I'm sure they'll bounce back.
Sorry, I was trying to read the comments because a lot of people are talking about it now, about what they feel if people should buy PS4 or Xbox One.
Oh, we'll be getting into that, guys. We have a big console war segment coming on later in the show, and we're going to be talking about what each needs to do to improve their current state in the console war, and what each is really doing wrong right now. That includes Wii U, Xbox One, and PS4. We're going to get to that a little later. Before you move on, Mike, do you mind if I read a few of our ads, because we're getting a bunch of them?
I know we got one from Greg something, I think.
We've got 3 here for Twitch. We've got Undead Slayer, King Infrared, and Eyes Disc. I think
See,
is how
you
you
said
say
like me now.
Eyes Disc.
Yeah.
Thank you for your
Sure.
Twitch hearts, guys. Really appreciate that. Anybody that hearts us on Twitch, you get email notifications when the show goes live. So please go on twitch.tv/TheLevelUpShow and heart us.
All right. So, and this is something that was weird to me a little bit, but I like it too in a way. Users are going to receive more free stuff due to the PSN outage that happened back in 2011.
Yeah.
And if those of you that had a PS3 at the time, we all remember what happened that entire month.
Yeah.
That
For
was
you
going on.
youngins out there that
You
weren't
youngins out
alive
there.
or weren't
But-
part of gaming at the time, it was a big deal.
Sony agreed to a $15 million preliminary settlement over the data breach, and the settlement could offer benefits such as free PlayStation 3 and PlayStation P games, as well as free PS3 themes, free subscriptions of PS Plus, free subscriptions of Music Unlimited, and free Sony Online Entertainment Station Cash. And users who can prove identity theft could potentially be offered up to $2,500. So to recap, basically back in 2011, there was a big security breach on the PlayStation Network servers that had it down for pretty much an entire month.
I think it was even longer than that, yeah.
And so you couldn't do anything on your PS3 online for an entire month, and there was a lot of people that had identity theft issues.
And it also affected developers. In that time, MotorStorm came out, SOCOM came out, and those games
Oh my
partially bombed
Right.
because of that. Because they were online heavy games and no one could play them online.
SOCOM was pretty much only online.
Yes, so SOCOM really got the shaft when
Right.
that happened, yeah.
Oh.
Ooh, the shaft.
But yeah, so
like
this is
that.
gonna be interesting. Now, what's funny is we got stuff already for this.
Yeah.
So I'm really confused why we're getting more stuff in a way.
Yeah, I think it's because of the class action lawsuit. I
I
mean,
think it's because people just need to stop bitching. Like, here's the thing: if you were a victim of identity theft, 100%,
Yeah.
I am totally on your side for getting whatever damages that were done plus compensation for it. However, everybody else, you, me, everybody that joined into this class action lawsuit, quit your fucking bitching. Sorry, but just.
Well, here's the thing. The class action lawsuit, the results here, this preliminary settlement does cater to the people. It does cater to the people that receive nothing in that original thing. Like it's
Right.
it's first come, first served, and the first people getting anything are the people that did not receive anything from that original.
Right, but I thought everybody pretty much already did.
I'm sure a lot of people did, and some people didn't. I don't know. Maybe some people just didn't take part in that welcome back program. I don't know. But this is for those people especially, and then after that it moves on to people that I guess the leftovers, whatever that is. And then, as you said, the identity theft really is.
I'm 100% on that, but getting the extra stuff. I mean, if you didn't claim your free stuff in that time,
Yeah.
that's on your fault. That's your
Yeah.
fault. You
Partially,
should you should have kind of noticed. I think they gave the free stuff for like a month.
Oh yeah, they give it for a
It was
while.
a long time that you could have claimed it, so I don't know. It's really stupid. There's a couple people saying, but more stuff is better, and then other people said entitled little bitches. So
Let me comment real quick on Neville's comment. He was talking about how the Xbox One lowered to $399 and PS4 actually went up to $449. You probably live in Canada, because that's the only place I know of that actually raised the price of the PS4.
Right.
Everywhere else, in the U.S. at least, it is still
Probably.
$399.
Right.
The PS4 in Canada it is $449 now, which does suck. But I don't think that was really up to Sony. I think it had something to
it's
do
all
with
the retailers.
Yeah, it was the retailers and stuff like that, taxes. I don't know, something along those lines. But Kristen, you're up.
Hey, Kristen. You okay? Hanging in there? Doing all right?
Is Microsoft preparing to enter the virtual reality space?
I love when she talks about this.
What?
No way. Copying someone else? Microsoft would never do that.
reality.
According to Eurogamer, Microsoft has just accepted the creators of VR device Fove. Is it
What the hell is
Fove?
that?
Yeah, Fove.
Into its Microsoft Ventures London Accelerator program, a scheme to aid promising technology startups. Originally intended just for UK businesses, Fove Incorporated is the first Japanese company to be included.
Yes.
What makes Fove special is its ability to track your eye movement, something Microsoft has always shown interest in.
Yeah, because we know everything that tracks your eye movement does so well, like the Galaxy S4 and the S5.
Supposedly-
oh, wait, no, they fucking suck.
There's reasons to do whatever you want to call it. And one of the reasons they said it back in an old interview is that I think this is crazy, but the idea is that the part of the screen you're looking at, the graphics would be rendered better there, so that you can optimize, the graphic engine towards where you're looking. So this side of the screen would become not as graphically heavy, maybe it starts to become more fuzzy or something like that. That way they can devote more of the power towards where your eyes are looking. I don't see that working. I don't know, first of all, that would require very specific eye
Right.
movement, following. And otherwise, I don't want that. I don't want one side of the screen to become less clear because I'm looking at this side of the screen. I've got
Right.
peripheral vision. I can tell when one side of the screen is not.
it would actually coincide with how you view things as well. And it would
Little
see
bit,
that.
little bit.
It would kind of be interesting, but at the same time, I mean, now that being said, and someone actually posted this, Microsoft had plans for a VR thing years ago. You're right, and they also scrapped it years ago because they never thought it would take off. And not by scrapped, I mean they didn't just say here. They just I should have said they kicked it to the side. They didn't really do anything. Thank you, Tomo FX.
And here's some
Shout out.
Twitch hearts.
Shout out to Ant Luck, Alejandro Benquis, Undead Slayer 316, King Infrared, Adisk.
Yeah, that's the one I couldn't say either. Adskis or something like that. Thank you guys for your Twitch hearts. Really appreciate that. We are done with our third news segment, which means Skype us. Skype. We're getting Whopper Eater calling us a lot. We weren't online, man. We're about to be. So call in one more time.
No,
Whopper Eater.
no, I am not on Molly.
She's just like this. This is how she is.
I'm fine.
I'm fine. Is that a boob on the table? Yes,
No.
it is.
Oh wait, my bad.
It is actually.
No.
Nice legs.
What?
I'm not sure who's talking.
So
about.
Anth was asking about PS Now. Is that slated to come out July 30th?
The beta is still active. I don't think there's an official rollout date right now. They said
Okay.
that it would be July 30th at one of their conferences, but I have no idea. Nothing's really going according to plan with that thing anyway. So.
Right. Well, you know what's actually pretty cool is TVs. When you buy Sony TVs right now, huh?
Whopper Eater keeps calling my phone and not my iPad, and I don't know why.
if on Sony TVs, when you go to buy a Sony TV now, it actually shows you on their list of available models if it's PS Now supported.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like on the in the store, actually, on that little information.
Superhighway?
Yes, that. No, on the little spread out thing, the checklist, I guess you could call it.
I'm going to call Whoperator back.
The guy in his mom.
Was that?
Too many Molly's.
Molly. Yes, T-Boss, I agree. The pricing does need to be.
Bye, Greg.
I think anyway.
Definitely, yeah.
Greg is going to pick someone up from the ferry.
See you, Greg. And Whoperator, I don't think he's going to answer.
Alejandro.
Hopefully his call will come through if he calls again. How about that Wonder Woman costume I saw someone talking about? What do you guys think of that?
It reminded me a bit of Xena.
Yeah, it did.
it did.
Really a lot of
It's very
Xena.
big
I'll show it.
Xena vibes.
Did you see those
See
curved
calling your phone?
3D
Yeah.
TVs?
Yeah, they suck.
My beard is actually more attractive.
Whoperator, can you hear me?
Okay.
Whoperator. No.
This is the longest there's been silence.
It's because we're trying to talk to Whoperator, but it's just not working. All of his calls are only coming through to my phone, even though I just put myself on invisible on my phone. I have no idea.
So going off of the Comic-Con stuff, what DC show are you most excited to watch?
Well,
Or
I don't
show
watch
in general.
Arrow, and Arrow's been on for a while, and here's pretty good. I am excited to at least check out Gotham.
Why haven't you not watched Arrow yet?
I don't know. I'm just not interested, to be honest. I don't know. I'm
Oh,
really
it's
not.
so good.
It just looks like Smallville to me.
Wonder Woman Warrior Princess.
Yeah. No, a lot of people are
Too many
getting on
Ws.
the Wonder Woman costume. They're like, a lot
I
of
don't
people are
think
like,
she looks like it.
going off of like how she looks in Fast and Furious. She's like very flat-chested, and now everyone's like, oh, they're like patting her and all this kind of stuff, but her boobs
I don't
still
care
aren't
about
too
that. I'll be
big.
honest with you.
She's not muscular enough.
Well,
all this kind of
I never
crap.
liked Gal Gadot, whatever you want to call
Gal
her.
Gadot, I think is how
Gal
she's saying
Gadot. I don't care for her as the pick. I never liked her from the beginning. I thought she was the worst out of all the ones she was choosing. I'm just gonna put that out there. So I mean, I'll wait to see how she does, but I feel like they could have done better. She must have done. To me, in order to justify her being Wonder Woman, it had to have been one of those like amazing, like blown away, script readings.
Nothing's coming through on our Skype. I don't know what's going on. That's why. I guess it does it do.
We want to talk
Why
to
you
you
have that on
guys.
your phone?
We don't know if Skype is
Because
working.
it's just automatically on my phone.
Turn your phone on.
No.
Why?
Because it's my
No.
phone.
Wow.
He doesn't like to share.
Trouble in
Where
paradise.
the hell is the uninstall?
Almost.
Give
coming.
it to me.
No,
I'll
I'm
do it for
sorry,
you.
Samayo Scar. We don't have anything about
doing it.
Mortal Kombat 10
Alright.
or X. I guess if you want to be extreme in 90s and calling it Mortal Kombat X. Extreme.
All right.
Really, Jay-Z? That sounds... I didn't hear that.
What?
Daniel Radcliffe was at Comic-Con apparently walking around in a Spider-Man suit.
Oh, I did not hear that actually.
That would be really
Because you
cool.
did it.
Yeah, it's
Um,
uninstalled. Doesn't matter.
I thought another actor had
Right.
walked around in like a full costume.
T-Money,
without
thank you
people
for the YouTube
understanding,
subscription.
Or without like realizing it was them.
Thank you, Bear33.
Let's see if this says we're online.
The
It says
saddest
we're
bat.
online. I'm gonna call Mark Hess back. Who tried to
Never
call us.
seen. The saddest bat.
All right, Mark, we're calling you up. Let's see if this works.
Devil. The saddest bat. Devil.
There already was Uncanny Batman. I don't think it was that good. Game of Thrones video game.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. They have the new going out, which I'm psyched for.
Yeah.
I'm Batgirl because I like to.
Why aren't Vita in stores? Maybe Sony just isn't shipping them that much anymore. I'm not sure why. A lot of people complain about that because supposedly the Borderlands the Vita bundle actually did pretty well, and then people couldn't find it once it
Right.
sold out. And I maybe Sony's actually kind of given up on some potential sales there. I'm not sure.
Right.
But I mean, Vita still doesn't do very well. Period. Anywhere except I think it does okay in Japan. Decent there. But otherwise, it doesn't really do well anywhere.
Well, we get on to the news segment because we're not getting anything right now.
Yeah, and no one's answering calls either. So that's kind of weird. I'm going to shut off the line for now, guys.
Bryan Cranston walked around in a WW
Oh,
mask.
Walter White mask. That's what it was.
That was a different show. Not this
That was
Comic-Con.
yeah, but it was a couple years ago.
Then he went up on stage acting like he was some fan, and he took off the Walter White mask, and it was Bryan Cranston. Yeah, and everyone went nuts.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to our final segment, guys. Another Last of Us story. Movie details were revealed at Comic-Con this past week. Neil and Bruce Straley had 2 pitches for the Last of Us movie. One went to Clint Culpepper at Screen Gems, and one went to Sam Raimi. And Neil said that when they met with Sam Raimi, he really got it. So Neil's writing the script for the movie. He's also the creative director and writer on the game, so that's great news. But he said that it will not come out for several years. They expect it to be very true to the game, but they have to make changes because it's a 15-hour game, and you can't stuff a 15-hour story into a 2-hour movie. They talked about a different ending among choices. That would be disappointing. The movie will focus still on the relationship between Joel and Ellie, though, of course. As far as rumored roles, Maisie Williams has been contacted for the role of Ellie. If you don't know who Maisie Williams is, she plays Arya on Game of Thrones. I think that is an amazing choice.
That's really good.
I would be really
Just
happy
because
with that.
by the time when they actually start filming, she'll even look older to where it would be.
Well, she's actually too old for the role right now.
Right, but
she looks
her
young.
look.
Yeah.
Her look.
She's 17, I think. Ellie is supposed to be 14, but she looks the part, so it's fine. They're creating new scenes to glue some of the favorite game scenes together. Neil does not want the movie to be a poor imitation of the game. He thinks it's good to have strong actors who bring their own interpretation to the roles. And he also finally said that Sam Raimi will not be directing. He is producing. Neil Druckmann will be in charge of choosing the director.
That's awesome, though.
So, all good news in my opinion. They name dropped Bruce Campbell for Joel. I think it was a joke. It should be a joke. He does not at all fit that Bruce Campbell, the guy from Evil Dead. Now, in my opinion, if it were my choice, it would be between Hugh Jackman and Josh Brolin.
What about the guy who did the reading
Josh
for...
Brolin would be good.
What was that?
What about the guy who did the reading for Joel? What's his name? I can't remember his name. He's an actor, too.
The guy who did the reading for Joel. You mean in the actual game?
Yeah.
I was thinking that.
Like, he looks... I mean...
You think he looks like Joel? I don't think he looks
100%.
like Joel.
If he shaved his head, he'd be 100% perfect for it. Like, if he cut his hair down...
Did
you watch the documentary?
Joel was stockier than
Did
him.
you watch the documentary?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Joel was stockier.
When I look at artwork of Joel,
Yeah.
it almost looks like they looked at Josh Brolin when they drew up the artwork for Joel. He doesn't quite look like Josh Brolin in the game. A little bit. He looks a little bit like Josh Brolin. But a lot of people keep posting
Pull up a picture of the guy that did the voice acting for him.
Troy Baker. I mean, he looks like Cloud. He's got like long blonde hair, and he's kind of a pretty boy. I don't know. I think he's not gruff enough. But Hugh Jackman in Prisoners. Has anyone seen Prisoners here? Besides Kristen and I, that's what a lot of people keep posting is the image of Hugh Jackman from Prisoners, and he really does kind of look like Joel in that movie. By Bear 33, thanks for joining us.
Dave says Troy is too pretty.
Yeah, I think so too. Kingdom Hearts or Final Fantasy? I love them both, Angel. I love both Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy.
Sorry, Mike.
Troy Baker is too young in
Someone
my opinion.
says The Rock.
The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Denzel Washington.
Yeah, definitely.
Did anybody see Hercules?
No, I got spoiled on what the
terrible.
movie does. I don't want to talk about it, but I got
The movie
spoiled.
does something?
It does something interesting, yes, that a lot of people are actually not happy about, but it's interesting. I'm not going to talk about
Change
it.
lore or something like that?
Kind of, yes.
Gerard Butler.
Not
He
bad
doesn't
as far
use
as
his
the
accent,
look goes,
though.
but
No,
I don't
look,
really
the
like
voice.
him. Is
Why?
the problem? Gerard Butler? I've never liked him in any of his roles, really.
I don't think he could do something like as
Nicolas Cage.
really as intense as what a casting for Joel would need to.
That's what's kind of weird, but I agree and disagree with that because Joel he's intense, but it's all below the surface. I feel with Joel, he's got so much like anger and like anguish inside of him and sadness, but he's pretty calm and collected on the surface for the most part. It isn't until the end of the movie or end of the game that he really starts to just go all out shit. But he still is calm and collected during those moments a little bit in a way. He kind of still keeps it subtle, and so that's what I like about Josh Brolin. I've always kind of take Josh Brolin in No Country for Old Men. I really feel like that is a very close.
You know what's funny is when you
Joel.
said Josh, as soon as you said that, that's what I thought of.
Yeah, the very No Country for Old Men, right? But I do think Hugh Jackman is another good choice. Anybody saying anything
Now,
in
what
the chat
about-
rooms for Joel?
if-
Besides Nicolas Cage and weird ones like that?
If they do, if they cover his brother in the movie,
Yes.
what about the guy that played Sawyer?
Oh, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, definitely. What is his name? I can't think of it off the top of my head. But
Sawyer from Lost.
Yeah.
For those of you that know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he would be a good guy for the brother for sure. Anybody have choices for Ellie besides Maisie Williams? I think Maisie
Ellen
Williams is
Page.
great. Oh God.
Crispin.
I mean, come on, let's be real now.
Reynolds,
If they chose Ellen Page, would you really be that upset about it?
She's just too old is the problem. And I just would be angry because then we would just be dealing with all the damn comparison stuff and stupid bullshit like that.
Oh, that's interesting.
Somebody said something.
Yeah, Joe Manganiello.
Yeah, I saw someone say
yeah,
that. Is that the guy
that
that played Scott? He's Stryker, or what's his name in Matrix? No, that's Pantiano or something like that.
This is the guy from True Blood, the werewolf.
And
the werewolf, the like really buff.
Yeah, he's definitely buff. I'll give him that, but not at all what I imagine. When I think of Joel, he's got to have the father figure feel about him, and that guy does not at all have the father figure feel. So I would not go with him. He's got to be old looking. He's got to look like he's fit for this environment.
He needs to be aged.
Yeah, but he needs to be like he looks like he's torn down. Like this is somebody that's gone through a lot in his life.
I can't remember her name.
A lot of that's
What
like
the-
going to be makeup though. I don't.
That
think
is true.
I don't like you can't take model shots of a person and say like,
Yeah,
oh, they aren't like post-apocalyptic beat up enough.
Yeah, I agree.
What
with
about
that.
the girl that plays the hit girl?
Yeah, a lot of people are saying
That's
her.
what someone-
She wouldn't be a bad
that's what
choice. She's got the attitude for sure.
Someone said Ben Affleck.
Yeah, Chloe Moretz. Chloe Moretz.
Someone said Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck. He's playing a war-torn Batman. That's for sure. But
Somebody was suggesting for Dwayne Johnson to play a clicker.
speaking of casting choices, I know Kristen would want to talk about this. Did anyone watch the 50 Shades of Grey trailer?
I'm not.
No.
I just kind of, as myself watching it and what I've always heard about Christian Grey, I thought the guy looked pretty good, but all the
He looked
women
okay, yeah.
are like going nuts, saying he's not at all what they imagined.
Well, they
I'm
want
sure
him.
we have some girls
They
in here,
wanted
but-
him to be this really hot, pretty boy. type
mystery
guy.
though. He has to have like this,
Right.
this
But
intimidation
that's what
and
this
mystery
guy
about
has.
him.
Now here's the thing: I'm not for it, and I'm not for it not because of like, oh, I'm a guy and this and that. The book is exploitive as well as I feel the movie is that much more exploitive. The book is really not very good. Like if you read it, someone actually posted something about it, and this was actually
Kristen's
the best
reading it
way
right
for
now.
me. Kristen, so how far are you in it?
Like 100 pages.
Okay.
It's a fan fiction.
Right. Well, here's the thing. Do you feel like a lot of it was like almost like the writer had an affair with a thesaurus and just used the shit out of that to write clever ways to write anything she wanted to?
No.
Like the inner goddess inside of her wanted something that she shouldn't have.
I feel like you're in a losing battle with this one. Any girl is not going to agree. Yeah, women like it. That's all there is to it.
No, I just think she sounds smart. I don't know.
Like a lot of guys look at it and they're confused because like this is a male power fantasy. Why would a girl be into this? But the whole point is it's about a girl kind of dominating him in a way. A guy that is a dominant force. The girl actually takes ownership of his heart in a way. So it's kind of a role reversal in that way, and I think that's what girls like about it. But you know what? I'll probably see it just for. I just want to see it to see it. I just want to see what it's all about and the hype and the controversy and all that kind
You
of
and
stuff.
everybody else that's going to be there too.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
half
oh,
of you,
that-
I think.
No, this is. I just started reading it because everyone else was, and I was like, well, I waited like a whole year, and I'm like, I'll just try it.
It's like a porno, right? I like that, right? I saw a comment on Neogas. Someone said, I felt uncomfortable watching that trailer, so yes, it's a porno.
Here's the real test. Would you sit in a room with your parents and watch that trailer?
Let's answer a few questions from the chat room. Someone's asking why they can't add their music and movies to the PS4. And that's a question we've had for a long time.
Did you talk about all about the PS4 updates at all? The issues? You know, a lot of people have been talking about it a lot lately.
Oh, like the 1.75?
Right, how
having some
there's
issues.
not, and we'll talk about that in our topic of the week, I guess, more so.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I know. I'm going to touch on this real quick. We're still waiting on music and movies. A lot of people want those features from the PS3. They say that they're coming. They're saying that USB support is coming to plug in your USB hard drive and play your music and your movies. I have a feeling it was a copyright issue from the beginning. They were trying to stop piracy and stuff like that, and maybe now they're trying to sort out some piracy program to keep that
Sony's always been
in
in
control.
control.
Yes,
They've
yeah.
been like 100% about it.
So it's coming. We just don't know when. Unfortunately, we thought it would have been here months ago at this point. It's
Yeah.
really disappointing that it hasn't come yet. And then we also have somebody asking why Sony doesn't have a Flash player on the internet browser on PS4. I also wonder why not. I know what Flash player is Adobe. I know like something like the iPad doesn't have Flash, and that's also very frustrating. I have a feeling that's all there is to it. It's Adobe, and maybe they need to pay for the license and they don't want to. I have no idea. But I feel like it might be something that people complain about it enough on the forums. They might add it in the future. So just contact Sony on the blog. They have a lot of different ways to contact them on the features that you want, and let them know what you want. If you want music, you want movies, you want a Flash player, you gotta let them know, or it's never gonna happen.
Someone said David Hasselhoff for Joel, and then someone read that said Peter Dinklage.
I mean, David Hasselhoff, if you wanted to see like a washed out, drunken Joel.
Thank you.
Okay, so Joel.
All right.
Thank you, Timmer22. That's how it's actually said. Timmer22 for your Twitch heart. It was out.
You should be making
Go ahead. You're up, Mike.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We're actually bringing news.
Yeah.
Sony announces a PS4 Gamescom lineup. Many more than this, but the big ones to note are Bloodborne, Drive Club, Until Dawn, The Unfinished Swan, The Order 1886, Last of Us Remastered, which I'm surprised they're doing.
Yeah.
Little Big Planet 3, Journey, Infamous Last Light.
First
Light. Oh, sorry. Wow, sorry.
The opposite of Last Light.
And in relation to Uncharted 4, director Neil Druckmann recently said in an interview, "We're going to see something soon," and that could mean a Gamescom trailer or possibly even gameplay, which is what everybody's really hoping for right now.
Yeah. Kristen's having some issues with the chat room right now. Hopefully that isn't a global thing. Let's talk about a few of these here. What was that?
Okay, I think the wireless is down.
That would just the wireless. Yeah, sometimes the wireless goes down and not the wired connection.
Yeah, just the wireless because I can't get on.
Okay.
you can't either.
Yeah.
Let's talk about a few of these that I think are noteworthy. Journey, for me, is very noteworthy. They're finally bringing that over. I'm hoping it's cross-buy.
Well, that and The Unfinished Swan.
Yeah, both of those hopefully are cross-buy so that if you bought them on PS3, like a lot of people have, you'll get it on PS4 with 1080p, 60 frames per second. I would love to play this because this is the perfect Twitch stream. It's a 2-hour game, and it's a beautiful game to watch. For anyone who hasn't played it,
and you never know who you're playing with.
Yes, I will. If this comes, I'm streaming it immediately. 2-hour marathon. Just get it all up on there, and then upload that to YouTube so people can watch it in full. It's an amazing game. If you guys haven't played it,
can you imagine the graphic quality improvements?
Oh, I'm really excited to see what they do with it. 1080p alone will make it so beautiful. But that is in my top 3 games of the entire last generation. So please check out Journey. Unfinished Swan is also really good. That was Giant Sparrow's first game.
Yes.
They also have one called Edith something right now that they're making that they have not revealed yet. Until Dawn is a game that was revealed a while back that was supposed to be very move heavy, and I have a feeling that they delayed it for Project Morpheus. It's going to be like a B horror movie, and I think it could be pretty cool with Project Morpheus, so maybe we'll see that demonstrated. What else do we got here? Little Big Planet 3.
Yeah, Little Big Planet 3. I mean, here's the ones that stand out to me, actually. It's Bloodborne.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd love to see. I know everybody really wants to see much more on that.
Yeah, definitely. Bloodborne looks really good.
So that's going to be big. More on The Order. I don't know if we're going to see anything new from it.
Yeah.
I feel like we already saw enough to get me to the point where I would just want to play it.
If it's true that Little Big Planet 3 is this year, they need to really show more of that.
Right, amp it up. I mean, I'm wondering if that's actually the way they were going, because I feel like most of the content created on Little Big Planet is actually European content.
Definitely. Yeah.
So I feel like this is a perfect place for them to
Media Molecule and
officially announce the date and everything like that. Get people excited.
Someone asked if No Man's Sky will be there. I don't know for sure. I hope so. I would love to see some more No Man's Sky.
We didn't get anything from Microsoft at all, did we?
No, not that I know of.
Okay.
I'm sure they'll be there. They'll have a presence. But let's talk. This is the biggest one. Do we think that Uncharted? Thanks. Do we think that Uncharted 4 will have a trailer?
I don't know if it's gonna be. Here's the thing. What if? I mean, it could be. Obviously, it could be another trailer. It could be gameplay. What if they have more reveals coming out for the movie?
That's true, or something like that. Yeah. I don't think we'll see gameplay, but it would be cool to just see like a cinematic trailer, I hope. And then finally, you're up, Kristen, with the last story.
I just want to say that the chat isn't working for Mark and I, so...
Moobot's still working, though.
Well, yeah, because it's just the wireless.
Yeah, Moobot's working overtime. Sorry about that, guys. The chat room is down for us right now. Hopefully it comes up soon. In the meantime, Kristen, why don't you read this last story?
The Walking Dead will get a 3rd season. During Comic-Con, Telltale co-founder Kevin Bruner confirms that, you put that twice.
Sorry.
That series will continue into a 3rd season, but will not comment on a potential release date window or who the main character would be. Clementine's story hasn't ended in season 2 yet, so we have no idea yet if she's even an option for the next season. With Tales from the Borderlands and Game of Thrones set to begin this year from Telltale, it's likely that The Walking Dead Season 3 will begin sometime in 2015.
My guess is they'll probably do another character again, just like season 1 was. Damn, what was his name?
I can't remember the guy.
It starts with an L, doesn't it?
I don't think so.
I feel like I want to say Leroy, but that's not it. Is it just Lee? I guess it's just Lee. I feel like it's Lee. And now this season's Clementine. I have a feeling they'll probably take a character from season 2 that's not as fleshed out or something like that, and have that person continue. I really wonder how Clementine's story will end. I'm gonna play it when it comes out. In total, all 5 episodes in one package.
That's what your plan was from the beginning.
Yes, always. Same with maybe Wolf Among Us. I heard really good things about Wolf Among Us. Chat's back, so you guys are going to jump on, I guess?
Yeah.
Okay,
You
great.
know what's something funny? Here, guys, that was 3 news stories. That was the last of our news stories. So we're going to go to our Skype segment. Please call in. Hopefully the Skype will work now.
Yes.
Maybe the Wi-Fi had something to do with it.
Maybe.
I'm hoping not. Or hoping so, because now it seems to be working.
We're live though, guys. As Mark posted in the chat room, it's the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds, no spaces. That is our Skype ID. Add us and call us right now.
Guys, 3D Blu-ray is just for that specifically. 3D Blu-ray.
Yeah. And that was added in the new 1.75 update. That comes out soon.
Have that originally.
I think big thing right now too is we were getting a lot of comments earlier about the Last of Us movie. So call us and
let's talk about
your
that.
opinions, who you want to see.
You know what's the thing?
If you think it'll be good.
And
I think it'll be good.
That I
hope
don't
it's
see in
good.
this list.
What?
The Last Guardian.
The Last Guardian. I really.
Someone else brought that up.
They're not going to announce
Angel.
The Last Guardian. That would be a TGS reveal.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, Mark, how you doing, man?
Is this on?
It's on.
Hello?
Hey, Mark, you there? I just heard something. Trying to start.
William Dafoe.
I think that's on his end.
Dafoe.
Try again, Mark. Maybe your call did not come through. Damn, I saw something. Oh, Tima22 on Twitch. He's in the chat room as well. Thank you for your Twitch heart, man.
I'm yelling Tim.
Would call, but it's 4 a.m. That's okay, T-Boss. Ewan McGregor for Joel. Okay, I can't really see that, to be honest. Christopher Maloney. I know who that is. Who is that? Alright, he's trying again. Let's try Mark one more time. There we go. Hey, Mark, how you doing, man?
Hey, pretty good.
Third time's a charm. Thanks for calling in, man.
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about tonight?
Oh, gee. Is there gonna be another Max Payne game?
Rockstar did Max Payne. Max Payne 3 came out, 2 years ago, I would say?
I feel like decent reviews and okay sales.
And I think that Rockstar has like a lineup that they go through.
Oh yeah, they have their own thing that they.
And I feel like Red Dead is next for them. I feel like Max Payne, if they're gonna do Max Payne, that would be after whatever the next Red Dead is.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that Red Dead is first, just because I love Red Dead and I would love to see how that series translates over to next gen or current gen, however you want to call it. Max Payne is a beloved series though. It started off with Remedy, right? Remedy was the ones who started Max Payne for
years
ago, and now they're on Quantum Break, I think is what it's called, for Xbox One. So I think Rockstar is the focus on Max Payne. After the not so amazing sales and critical reception for Max Payne, that's why I think they'll probably push it back a little bit beyond Red Dead and Grand Theft Auto, whatever, I don't know. So that's my opinion, Mark.
Okay. I got one more question.
Sure.
If you were to have an old game remastered onto the next gen, what would it be?
Good question.
Nice.
Very good question. Let's see.
How old are we talking?
Are we talking about last gen? Like PS3?
All the way up to the PS1.
Ooh, wow. Okay, that's the thing is, how do you remaster a PS1 game? Do you just completely redo it?
Are you talking about like revisiting? Like, can we extend this from
Like reboots, I meant, or
reboots,
something.
remakes, remasters? I mean, obviously, a lot of people are going to say Final Fantasy VII. That's a very requested remake. I don't think a remaster would work for Final Fantasy VII.
My favorite that's already being done, so I'm going to do another one too. But Grim Fandango.
Yes. That would be a great one. That's already
that
coming.
one is already coming. Thank God. That was like a godsend to me.
There's rumors of an Uncharted. Mark just left. So thank you for calling, Mark. We'll continue with your question. I think the Uncharted trilogy is perfect for a remaster. I think people need to get into that series. As we know, 50% of PS4 owners did not own a PS3.
Right.
So get people into the Uncharted trilogy coming sometime next year. That is an amazing series. Get people into
Webpage
that.
Icon said one of the two that I was thinking about actually, Spyro, but rebooting it.
Oh, I would love that,
But
but
rebooting
Activision is
right.
not going to let
They're
go of that.
killing it. Plus, they
love
have
it,
for their what's it called?
Skylanders.
Skylanders,
So
thank you.
good.
Yeah, Skylanders
Rash.
does really well.
Well,
Road
Rush
Rash?
59
Road
suggested
Rash
that.
would be good. That'd be a good one. That'd be cool.
I would really want to see Perfect Dark.
That's good.
Okay.
That's a good choice.
Well, they tried to do that. And
With Zero,
with
yes.
Zero,
Well,
and it was awful.
Yeah, because they sucked.
Time Splitters. Time Splitters.
Oh,
That would be a good one, right?
Ooh.
That one, see, here's the thing. I don't want to talk about Time Stories because I just don't want to jinx anything anymore.
Yeah, I know, right?
The other games I could do without, but Time Stories is something everybody needs to have. I'm gonna go with Gex.
Yeah, guess would be fun. Someone's asking about Final Fantasy VII. Would we want it to be before Advent Children or after? I would like, if there is going to be Final Fantasy VII, I would like them to, at the beginning, at least do the original storyline.
Or maybe as
If you
DLC.
want to do a sequel later, that's fine, but I think it's time to remaster or remake the original. Then we can continue with a sequel to Final Fantasy VII.
By the
So
way,
many people haven't played Final Fantasy VII. It's a
right.
game from 1996. There's a lot of
There's a
new
lot of kids that aren't
games.
even weren't even on the line.
Mad,
Let's be
Mad
honest.
to
Yeah.
You, great suggestion. Deus Ex.
Yes, definitely would be.
Time
That would
Splitters
be
was the reason I
so
bought the
good.
PS2 and back in the day. Trust me, I know.
Also, we had a good suggestion, I think, for a Joel candidate, Christopher Maloney.
Yeah,
No,
I
I don't
know
like
earlier.
him. I
And
don't
also,
like him.
goddamn Batman thinks he should play Joel.
You know what? I was gonna say Christopher Maloney. Do you know who he is now?
Is he from Law and Order?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
the
I
Law and
don't
Order guy.
think
He's
I
not
like
bad.
him at all.
Jump on.
Battletoads.
Rare did Battletoads, right?
Right.
And Rare is owned by Microsoft now, and there were a lot of requests for Battletoads, and a lot of people thought that this E3 would be
Right, would be the
the return or
right.
something like that, because they continued to say we're going to go back to old franchises. That was Phil Spencer. They kept saying that, and it didn't happen. But that doesn't mean it couldn't in the future.
Right.
They might go back to Conquer too. Conquer's Bad Fur Day would be another one that would be cool to revisit. And they haven't written that off. They said even
Right,
though
well,
it's
he
going to
said-
be a
yeah, he
skin,
said that too, yeah.
it's going to be a skin in what's the name of the game? Project Spark.
Yes.
But they said, don't worry, guys. That doesn't mean that we're rolling
Turok?
out Turok. We've talked about Turok.
We need
several
more
times.
dinosaurs.
Yeah, we do. Sorry.
I don't know why people
Don't
keep
know.
suggesting it, but more people keep popping up with saying they want to see Ryan Reynolds as Joel, and I think that's a terrible decision.
I'm not sure if that's a joke. He just
I don't know, because it's not like the same person posting
he's not
it,
old
but
enough. It needs to be a guy that looks like a father.
He's not good enough. I'm
You know,
sorry.
Ryan Reynolds is okay in certain roles. This is not the role for him.
No.
No.
This is just not the role for him.
No.
You know what? And a lot of people would have said that
I'm
about
looking
Heath
for
Ledger
funny
and Joker,
things,
but
no.
I just
People
don't
are
think
saying like Ice-T as Ellie.
so. Brad Pitt as Joel. I think he's a little bit too much of a recognizable face to play Joel. I think a lot of people would say the same for Hugh Jackman,
I
but
think a newer person, like somebody that's maybe
Up and coming.
like new talent.
yeah.
New talent. would be
Even
really cool.
Josh Brolin was.
I think Josh Brolin works because he's not a guy that
Right.
you see in a lot of big name movies. He's a little bit more under the radar than someone like Hugh Jackman. I think
He
that
already
would
has
work.
a drawl for it.
The
The
what?
southern drawl for it.
Yeah, exactly. He has a southern drawl, and he's got that. He's got a little bit of that badassery. I don't know if anyone saw Old Boy with him in it. He's really badass in Old Boy.
I heard Old Boy was
It's it's
and it's like, that's a shame because it looked like it could have been really.
He's good in it though. Josh Brolin's very good in it. I really like Josh
And it
Brolin.
has what's her name in it?
Can't think of her name.
Ah, God, it's Susan Twins.
What's it? John Witz. We're getting Woperator again, guys. Let's try this one more time. Hey, Woperator, how you doing, man? No, never mind. My God, we just cannot get Woperator on the line.
Maybe he doesn't want to be on the line.
I don't know. All right, let's
I think.
want to move on to our topic of the week, guys. We're an hour and 30 minutes into the episode. We still have a lot to cover.
Sorry, Rebecca. Tom Waits is not being approved by the Level Up show.
Hardy. He would be good.
Before we move on to our topic
I
of the
don't
week,
think he's old enough yet, but
why don't we acknowledge some of our requests?
Freddie Prinze Jr.
Willow Smith.
All right, it's still the same. Anime Warrior and Tina, thank you for your Twitch hearts, guys.
Oh, Dave, you just made me sad. I gotta go home now.
And before we move on to the topic of the week, let me say one more time, we got 250 in the room almost. Guys, we're the Level Up Show. We're a gaming dedicated video stream on every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Please follow us on all the different channels listed on the TV here. You got twitch.tv/the Level Up Show. That is our Twitch channel. Please go on there and heart us. It'll give you email notifications whenever this show goes live. Please go on Twitter at the Level Up Show,
Yeah, I saw that earlier,
Level
too.
spelled LVL, and follow us there. Like us on Facebook. Check out our official website, thelevelupshow.com. And really important to us right now, please go on youtube.com/the Level Up Show, Level spelled LVL. And subscribe. We put all of our live shows archived on there, as well as a lot of original content as well. And then finally, I am Drew M1788 on PSN, and Mike is Noob Guru.
Guys, please stop suggesting Heath Ledger for Joel. It's making me sad.
That does make me very sad.
Someone said earlier, and I was thinking about this too, Viggo Mortensen.
Oh, Viggo Mortensen would be a great choice, yeah.
Look at him in The Road.
Yeah.
He'd kill it.
Yeah, a lot of people would make that comparison. The Road is very similar to...
and his demeanor that he had in...
he's an amazing actor.
What was that one gangster?
Eastern Promises.
Yes. I love how you knew exactly where I was going with
No,
it.
it's a great movie, and he's very good in it.
Stephen Colbert is Joel.
Let's check out our PSN friend requests real quick. Kristen, would you mind reading those off for me?
Anime Warrior 1, Avocado, Bear 33, Covert Tactic, Giles 56, Greg 97228, Hummer 5530, Lebo Risk 15, Logic 129, Minovation, Nola Saints 29, Ski Van Go, Slacker 2386, Sticky Rice, Tomo FX, Undead Slayer 316, X Angel, and XX King T14.
Thank you guys. Those are our PSN friend requests. We really appreciate those. Also, bye to Webpage Cons, I think his name is. Thank you for joining us tonight. We really appreciate that. We're going to move on to our topic of the week, guys. Our topic this week is continued the console war has.
Thank you, King of Wine.
A lot of people have been requesting a little bit of an update on the console war. We haven't kind of discussed it heavily in a while. And we touched on it earlier with some sales numbers. Xbox One is not doing great right now. Thank you, Joser, for your friend request. Especially in comparison to the 360 and its strong start before PS3 came out, Xbox One isn't quite faring as well. PS4, on the other hand, sales-wise, is really, really doing well. If you put them side by side, the PS4 is selling much better than the PS3 did in its first 8 months. It's already probably at 8 to 9 million. It might be even higher than that shipped. Thank you, Jesse Sonic, for your friend request. So we're gonna go around the table. We're going to discuss each a little bit.
Sorry, Christopher Walken for clickers.
Yes.
Dude, can you imagine?
So
I meant the water bottle first, but thank you.
Christopher
The
Walken.
water bottle in there?
Yeah, I put water bottle in the fridge.
Guys, let's start with Microsoft.
Yes.
Let's start with how we think that they can bring gamers back over to their side. I really do think that that they hurt themselves with the confusion around their message, and I don't think they ever really bounced back from that.
So here's something I'm going to give them credit for immediately off the start. That they're doing well in response to this. They actually made a forum for people to voice what they want out of their Xbox. That is phenomenal.
Yeah.
That is something that I feel more companies should do. But I respect them a lot for doing it, at least in the Microsoft.
They do it in an easier way than PlayStation. PlayStation has the exact same thing, but you have to go on their blog to do it. They have a voting service on their blog where you can add a suggestion and then people upvote it and downvote it. And you can see the list, the top ones that people want on the system. And of course, the top one is, take a guess. Anyone know what the top request for PS4 is right now?
More Kinect games?
No. It is to be able to change your PSN ID. That is the top request for PS4 right now. Second is media functions. So that's cool that they do that as well, but Microsoft does it easier. They have it right on the system, which is a great idea. I agree. Now, I think they're doing a really good job, to be honest with you. They're doing games right now, and they're really trying to get the hearts and minds on their sides. Thank you, Rush, for your friend request. Because everyone thought they were TV sports for a while. Call of Duty TV sports. And they're trying to get that away, from their message. But the problem is that Kinect has been discontinued from the bundle, if you want to call it that, which is unfortunate for all those people that bought the system actually enjoying Kinect functionality.
I hate that. I think that was the worst thing they've done.
That's the fans, though. That's the fans.
Well, here's the thing. I've been supporter of the Kinect for the Xbox. I think people just bitch way too much. Yeah. And I think the anti-privacy bullshit is a little bit over the top.
Yeah.
I think people don't realize how stupid. I think the problem is it comes down to I think people are really misinformed on the whole government spying and NSA spying thing. I don't think they really understand what all that means.
Now let me talk about that a little bit. I was over at my cousin's house the other day, and he has a Kinect, and I noticed that he had a candle sitting in front of the sensor, like the camera, and I was like, why is that there? And he said, and this is somebody that knows, he knows about like that this kind of stuff is not true. And he said, I don't feel comfortable. It makes me I feel creepy, like creeped out when it's watching me. And I was like, that's interesting. Like this is a 34-year-old guy that is very tech savvy. He knows that this is not like he's not being spied on, but still he felt uncomfortable with the camera looking at him. I can't say I feel the same way with the PlayStation camera. It doesn't bother me. Like
I don't feel like you would feel the same way if you had the Kinect camera.
I don't think so. The red light only comes on when it's active. I like that. I think the Kinect does the same
creepy
thing.
would that be if like the red light came on?
Exactly, that would be creepy.
Turning and like following you around.
No, but like if the system was off, imagine if the system was off and the red light came on. Like I'd be like, okay, that's kind of creepy. But I think Kinect is the same way. I think a light turns on when it's on. So I agree. I'm not at all creeped out by the Kinect functionality.
I think people are a little way too over the top.
So I mean, really, Xbox One and Microsoft they're doing a lot of good things right now. As far as trying to get the gamer back on their side, what extra can they do to really get people to come back over? What can we think of anything?
I don't even know at this point.
I don't either. And that's a bad sign.
Here's what surprised. Thank you, JDM1up, for the friend request.
Dave has a really good point. I mean, everything has a camera right now.
It does. You're right.
Your phone has a camera on it.
Every laptop has a camera right there.
Here, you want to know what's really creepy? Fuck the Kinect because great. So what? They can look at you.
Yeah.
Here's a creepy thing. They can listen to you, and guess what's listening to you more easy? What's more easy to listen to you? More accessible.
That you carry with you all the time.
That you carry with you all the time, especially if you have an Android device.
Yeah.
Apple at least has a little bit better security than most of the other companies, but every single phone you're able to be listened to. You can be eavesdropped on at any time.
Here's my opinion. The only thing that I really think Microsoft can do is...
Sorry, I know this is getting really off topic.
They're really doing games right now,
right.
But it's not the right games for the most part.
It's games they want people to love.
Yeah, and they need to get the right games, and then people are going to jump over. I think Halo is going to really help them, of course. But I'm not a big Xbox guy, so I don't know what the fans are heavy about. Like
I feel like they're taking the people that are asking for games that they might be listening to. I think they're listening to the wrong people.
Yeah.
I think they're listening to a lot of the younger generation, or the generation that's all Call of Duty centric. And granted, don't get me wrong, it's the bread and butter for the most part. There are more players that play Call of Duty on Xbox systems than there are on PlayStation. But at the same time,
the tide is turning on that.
No, you're right. But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, they really need to look at these. Look at the games that are taking off on the PlayStation systems. That people that have Xboxes are like, I kind of wish I had something like that.
Yes, definitely.
And there's a ton of games they could revisit that they're not revisiting if they want to do reboots. I understand why they want to do the Halo one. And that's probably the smartest decision they've made is bundling them all together. But you're right. They're not focused on the right games.
I will say though that I really respect their new IPs. I think Sunset Overdrive looks great. I think Scalebound was a great grab by them. And there was a few others as well. They've got some indie stuff on their side, like Inside and Ori and the Blind Forest. So overall, I don't honestly know what to say about Microsoft too much. I think that they're having a very tough time bouncing back.
Insanity Joker.
Yeah, Insanity Joker, thank you. I think they're just having a tough time bouncing back from all the message problems, the confusion, the word of mouth, at the beginning, and that the word of mouth on PlayStation is just so strong. Right. And that's kind of bad news for them because they're doing so much right and it's not helping them.
Right.
Which is bad.
Right, and that's the thing.
It's like, what can they do?
I never would have expected Microsoft's numbers to be this low.
No, me either. I really did not.
So I really don't even know what to say about that anymore. So.
All right, let's jump over to Nintendo. The one that they're clearly doing the worst right now, but had arguably the best E3. They had a really great E3, got a lot of gamers back on their side with Zelda, with Splatoons, with a Toad game, with
Goddamn
Yoshi.
Batman said he played Sunset Overdrive at Comic-Con.
I'm jealous.
Oh, nice.
Like, very jealous.
Maybe we get a call in. Who was it, did you say?
Goddamn
Batman.
Goddamn Batman. I don't think we've ever gotten a call from Goddamn Batman. Batman, if you want to call in later, we would love to hear about your playthrough.
He's hiding in his cave.
Okay. So what does the Wii U do to get the sales up a little bit?
So here's the thing. I feel like this E3 started... That's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
He can fly through the window.
It was the start of their bounce back.
I feel that the E3 was the start of their bounce back. They showed a lot of games and a lot of ideas that were very centric on what I would have already talked about what they would need to improve.
Yeah.
This whole going with the new IP as far as Toad.
Yeah.
Captain Toad was a good idea. It's nothing amazing in my opinion. It's a lot more of the same, but just in a different skin. and this is what carries them.
Yep.
And then you have that new shooter. I can't
A
remember.
co-op campaign, but fits with Nintendo, called Splatoons. It fits with their catalog. I think it could do very well for them. And they also, it's way down the line, but they're at least letting us know that they have a Star Fox in development.
Mhm.
They didn't say anything about Metroid, which is unfortunate. I would like to see them get back to Metroid.
He's back in.
Thank you.
Sean Deadtime.
Thank you so much. But you know what? They're bouncing back. They're getting their IPs. They're never going to get the third parties on their side again. Not this generation, at least. I don't think we can expect that. It's going to be all Nintendo first party. So just go all out. Just get them all.
This is the thing. We've been talking for a long time about how we would be perfectly okay if Nintendo just went all first party titles, for other companies.
Mhm.
So if they're going with the same thing for their system, which let's be honest, the Wii U isn't actually a bad system in
not at
general. In comparison to the PS4 and the Xbox One, as far as specs go, yes, I can see why you claim that. Because it has the same specs, almost as like a upgraded PS3 Xbox 360 combo. But it's still a really cool system, and even having that screen is pretty handy. People claim they don't like it, but people bitch about anything. Yeah, you give people a forum, they're going to bitch about it. So I like it.
Let me say real quick, guys, I know you want to talk about this a lot, and we're going to get to it. Right after we get done with Sony, we're going to open up the lines, and we're going to hear you, what you think each of the big three needs to do.
We really want you to Skype in and call us.
Yes.
This is all on you. We did this topic so you guys could tell us what you want to bitch about and complain about and don't like and do like.
To close off Nintendo, I just want to say one more time that I do think that they should unbundle the Wii Pad. I still think that it doesn't do anything for the system with the way they're utilizing it right now. It's a nice concept. I like the idea. It's too expensive to
Their original
produce.
idea behind doing it was great. If they unbundled it and dropped the price down to what, 200,
200 probably 200,
180,
maybe. It's possible. Bundle in a Zelda with it or something.
Give them the gamepad because that's actually the secondary controller.
Yeah.
The only problem is
the
that
Pro Pad is what it's called. Yeah, the Pro Controller.
The only problem is that
Do you think part of the issue with Nintendo right now is maybe the performance of the Wii U? Because its specs.
Why did we do so well then? Why did we do so well? That was a very
for the
much
games that it's playing though, it's doing fine. Here's the thing: if they're focusing mainly on their own first-party development titles and a few very rare, very seldom third parties,
I think that's part of why third-party developers tend to avoid Nintendo.
I agree, and I feel like
their hardware can't support what these guys want to do, especially.
if you're a developer, you want to do something that's awesome, right? You want to do something that's real tech-heavy.
And the problem with Nintendo has always been, well, people don't care about graphics, but bitch, they do. They've been caring for a long time.
There's a barrier there. There's people that don't. There's people that do. There's a lot of people that are like gameplay first. And I
but at the end of the day, for most people, here's the thing. I can understand that to a point, and you'll go back and play your PS3. But if you're given the option to buy another PS3 or a PS4, and the same game is going to come out for either one, which one are you doing?
Yeah, PS4. Yeah,
exactly, because you're not an idiot, and that's what I'm saying. I'm serious, and I hate that argument that there's some people that don't care. Everybody cares about graphics.
Let's say real quick, thank you Bazooka for your PSN friend request. Thank you Philly Reese, Evil X Lee, and King of Wine for your Twitch hearts, and thank you Paulino and SLAKR for your YouTube subscriptions.
Kristen, are you
thank you so much, guys?
Thirsty guys? Do you have water?
Am I here for thirsty guys? Yeah, I'll give water to third. Never mind. I don't want to say anything like that.
Let's finish off real quick with Sony. Sony, as far as sales goes, is doing the best right now.
Yeah, but there's still not.
There's still a lot.
There's still a lot that I can bitch about, and if you want me to, I'll go
bitch.
to it.
I talk on here. I talk.
Well, is there anything you want to say, like before we move on? Is there anything that you want to talk about?
No.
Okay.
Do you care about any of these systems right now? Is that?
No, I care about movies and stuff.
What would get you to buy a Nintendo system right now? Coming from somebody that loved Nintendo as a child.
What will get me to buy it?
Yeah.
Mario reboot.
What kind of what do you want to see from Mario right now? Though we've had Mario Galaxy, we've had Mario Sunshine. What do you want to see from Mario? Do you want to see like an old school, like 2D one, or what do you want to say?
Well, ask me the question again.
We've had a lot of different types of Mario.
Thank you, Shadow.
No, not Mario. About a system. What was your original question?
I want to know what would get you to buy a Nintendo system, or want me to buy a Nintendo system.
Right.
What would make you excited?
Do you want
for Nintendo
Drew to buy a Nintendo system right now? Like, do you want him to buy the Wii U?
I don't care.
Do you even know much about the Wii U?
Don't make me look stupid.
No.
I'm actually asking.
No, I actually want to ask you this. Do you know much about the Wii U?
Well, I had a Wii at home.
Yes, but you don't know what the Wii U is, like what it
No.
does. There you go. Like
Right.
she doesn't know what the Wii U does. Like that's a bad
And
sign.
remember when it was revealed? Everybody was like, "Is this just a redesigned gamepad for the Wii?"
Yeah.
You know, remember that?
A lot of
was actually
people
the big-
don't know what it is.
No one really knew.
You're not the only person. Like, there's a lot of gamers that don't really know what the Wii U is.
Right.
They didn't really market it well, and that's one of the big downfalls. But back to Sony.
So
what can they
All right,
improve?
so what the fuck is up with the media? All right,
That's
I get
the
it.
biggest
I
thing.
know, but what the hell? I mean, really?
Microsoft and
Right.
Sony. Why can't we plug in our USB
But here's
stuff?
the other thing. At least Microsoft gives you the option for multiple venues to play music.
Yeah.
You know,
We only
Sony
have music
only-
unlimited on
Yeah, that's
PlayStation.
it.
Yeah.
So that's bullshit because
Yeah.
obviously people know. Does anybody out there, for the most part, know what Music Unlimited is? I'm going to guarantee you're going to say no. So I'm going to go along with that because it's probably true.
It's kind of their iTunes, right?
Right, well, it's their version of the Xbox Music. It's their
Yeah.
version of Spotify. It's actually not bad, but it's not as enhanced as Spotify and everything like that. So there's no point to it, in my opinion, to be exclusive to that. It's not big enough. So there's that. There is the lack of notifications and organization for your friend list.
Yeah.
You know, people want to see when their certain friends come online.
Yep.
I don't agree with that. And in my opinion, I would think when we do the streams, we need to start turning off the thing because every time a friend request comes in or a message comes in, it goes to entire black screen. So I feel like we should be able to adjust where the notifications pop up at.
Oh, that would be nice. Let me just respond to this real quick. Someone asked if we know the GTA 5 release date yet. We still don't know.
No.
It's still fall. We're thinking September or October. And the rumors are October right now.
Man.
Yeah. Got slap bet. If it's October, it's Mike. If it's September, it's me. It's looking like it's probably going to be October. Another thing what Sony need to continue is they need to, first of all, they need to get updates out faster. That's something Xbox has done a great job
Oh
with.
my God,
They're
phenomenal.
releasing their update every single month. They describe what the update is going to include month before it comes out. They're very forward with what's coming. Sony, on the other hand, just keeps saying soon. That's why they have this nickname Sony right now.
Right.
Because it's just, oh, it's coming soon. It's coming soon. Even the Playroom update. Where the hell is that? We saw that how long ago? Where's the Playroom update?
Right, and it's not like it wasn't finished. They showed it being.
They showed
demos of it. People were actually.
I
using
want
it.
that thing. It looks cool.
Right.
It's going to help the show. Why did you show it off if we're not going to be able to use it?
So, but definitely, I'll tell you right now, and I don't know because you kind of interrupted me a little bit.
Sorry.
Being able to move the notification bars, that's so annoying. When I was playing Destiny, it would constantly pop up because we have so many friends on here. It's constantly popping up, and I wouldn't be able to see my map.
Someone said they want video chat on PS4. Yes.
Video
Why
chat?
can't we have
Why?
Skype?
Right.
We have Skype on Vita.
Well, and that's owned by Microsoft, so I get
We
that.
have Skype on Vita. Why can't we have Skype on PS4?
You're right. Give us the app.
Yeah, give us the app. That'd be
What was the other thing?
cool. We're about to open the lines in a few minutes, guys. Just hold on one more minute.
There's. God, I keep getting interrupted. I can't remember what I was gonna say.
Let's open up the lines and we can keep talking in the meantime.
Right.
Guys, we're going to open up the lines and you can call in with any of them. We can talk about Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo. What are they doing right? What are they doing wrong? What would you like to see from the big three moving forward? And just in general, like the console war, like you know, your thoughts on moving forward. Who's going to win? Who's going to lose? All that kind of stuff.
I had seen somebody in chat mention before that they thought Nintendo's issue was that they're catering solely to like the younger audience.
That's what they've always done, though.
I don't know if you can really make that claim anymore. If that's a smart thing to do, because you have younger kids now will be playing these, I guess, more mature games.
Right,
I mean, my niece is 10 years old and she's playing Call of Duty.
You have people
And on the other side of the spectrum, hold on, you have adults playing kid games.
That's what I'm saying.
I
Me and
know.
Kristen are playing, are in love with Super Mario.
Yeah.
You know, we'll play the shit
Or
out of it.
Smash Bros. It's
Or Smash
really
Bros.
fun.
Or
I mean,
Donkey
hell,
Kong.
last night I was playing Mario Kart with a bunch of my friends, and it's like, is this? It was
Right.
a whole
That's
lot
because
of
that's
fun.
their bread and butter.
Right.
It's the genre just goes to. Why does this keep coming off? It keeps saying invisible, and I'm not the one doing it. It keeps moving itself. I don't know. It must be something related to the phone. But let's see if it does that again. That's their bread and butter is the games that appeal to both adults and children. And Mario is definitely one of them. Star Fox, Yoshi, Toad, like all
Right.
those characters. Donkey Kong, they appeal to everyone, and that's their bread and butter.
Well, Angel 9984 is saying like he. Okay, or she.
I agree with that. They
This
do
person-
rely too heavily on their old IPs. It would be nice for them
They
to
haven't come
introduce
out with
some new
anything
stuff.
really good and new. I mean, this whole
Splatoons.
Toad thing is great. Splatoon looks cool.
Yep.
But there's nothing new. There's no like strong character like, you know, they have not Yoshi, but I should say they have, you know, Link. They have Samus.
Yeah.
You know, they have all these strong characters that you can, you know, look at, you can recognize anywhere. So,
Guys, the lines are open on Skype. It's the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds, no spaces. Please call in and we can discuss this console war. Who do you want to win? What do you want to improve on each system?
what are your complaints about stuff?
Hey, Carlos, how you doing, man?
I'm doing fine.
We're talking about the console war. Do you want to weigh in on it?
Well, first off, I recently I had kind of Wii U, and I was actually kind of surprised at what it could do.
Okay.
I haven't actually played it myself. My brothers wanted it, and I chipped in to get it. And while I was asleep, they put it together. And ever since they've been playing it here and there. They beat Mario Brothers and what was it? Mario Kart so quickly.
Now what do you think of
man.
the Wii Pad? That's really the selling feature of the Wii U right now, at least. So what do you think of the controller?
The controller?
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of nice that you could actually control your TV using it.
Yeah, that's cool.
I was like, well, I was completely surprised and kind of blown away when I saw that.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
No, yeah, that's what the feature. You can bring your games onto the Wii Pad. Obviously, that's a big feature. You still there,
Yeah,
Carlos?
that was interesting. Yeah.
All right, so there's a little bit of a delay.
Yeah, I can see that. Let me exit out of the thing. That way the stream's out of the way, and hopefully the PlayStation won't be trying to download that stuff.
Okay. But how about PS4 and Xbox One? What do you think each is doing right or wrong?
The PS4? When it comes to PS4, they've gotten so much support from third-party indie, and I mean, you look at the games. The list of games, there's so much to do, so much to play, that as each week goes on, each month goes by, it just keeps getting better. Sure, we're not getting all the updates that we want. I mean, we really want, but there's
The games
enough for us to. There's enough support. There's enough to do with your PS4 to make it a legitimate console to buy, not for everyone, but for enough to start adapting.
Now, do you own an Xbox One, Carlos?
I do not own an Xbox One.
What would get you to buy an Xbox One?
There's a couple of games I'm looking towards. I'm not sure if I'm going to get it there right now. I'll probably get it later on because I want to hold back from buying a new console for now.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like you said, it comes down to games, though. And I think that's most people. It comes down to the games that you want. That's what's going to get you to buy a system.
Yeah, I mean, if they started showing really great Kinect games that were developed by people who actually tried, it would be great. But when it comes to Kinect, they've been sorely lacking in the firmware updates and even the support.
Yeah.
And when they dropped it, it was a huge blow to me. Just because I really looked forward to it. It's hard for me to swallow that, but I really wanted to use Kinect.
Yeah.
When I bought my first 360, I bought the one with the Kinect, and I expected to have games that use the Kinect. And then I stopped using the Kinect because it didn't really get good support at all.
Yeah. Yeah, it's unfortunate, and I think a lot of people are disappointed in that, especially certain developers. It's kind of a blow to certain guys. There's certain developers that use the system.
But yeah, it's nice. As for Destiny, I noticed that I decided to look to see if I could look at my character on the mobile app. It's gone. My character is gone. It says I have not played Destiny yet.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was like they told
so they could
they
could have erased everything already.
Yeah, they pretty much did.
All right, Carlos, we're going to move on to a few other calls, but thanks for calling in, man.
Yeah. Thanks.
Cool, bud. Have a good night.
It's so tough to talk when you hear yourself like repeating back to you. It's like there's like an application that actually does that where you put the headphones on and it plays yourself repeating to you, and then it also records you at the same time to show how hard it is to talk when you're hearing yourself repeated back to you. It confuses the hell out of you. Hey Trevor, how you doing, man? Trevor, turn down your TV. We're on a delay.
Guys, when you call in, mute your TV and everything else. Just pay attention to the Skype only, please.
Sorry about that.
No,
No, you're good, man.
It's fine, Trevor. Don't worry about it. How you doing?
Not bad. How's it going?
Doing well. We're
Wait,
talking.
is this Trez?
Trevor.
Oh, Trez. I thought it was Trez.
You got it wrong. All right, Trevor. What do you want to talk about today? We're talking about the console war right now.
I just kind of wanted to weigh in on the Wii U.
Okay.
I think because I've been a Wii U owner pretty much since the launch of the console, and I've seen it go from its ups and downs. People, obviously hating a lot on it online, and honestly, I was pretty disappointed when I first got it. But I think the way that Nintendo is marketing it now, not really marketing it, but the games that are coming out for it, what with the Smash Bros. Tournament and all this cool stuff, the great E3 presentation they had, I think they're really going to turn it around.
Yeah. But the thing is, I haven't seen any television marketing for Wii U whatsoever.
Yeah, that is a pretty big problem.
Yeah, I don't know if they don't have the money for it because
No, they have the money,
focus that
they
on
just
games.
don't-
Yeah, I'm sure they have the money for it.
They just don't believe it.
Yeah, I mean, and
Maybe this comes back to them marketing themselves specifically for children again, because you will buy commercials for certain shows.
Yeah.
So Wii U might be advertising heavily for kids shows.
on Cartoon Network or
Right,
Disney.
yeah.
It's not
No,
a
it's
thing
not on
that
there
we're
either.
watching.
No, it's
Yeah,
not
you
on
do have
there.
a child. You don't
No,
see.
it's not on there either.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, let's like the Wii commercials. They were a massive success with We Would Like to Play. That was a huge success for them. That was one of the driving forces for those sales.
Right. I remember
So
those
I'm
news
surprised that they
commercials.
haven't tried to come up with a great campaign. Their early campaigns were terrible. It was confusing. No one even knew what the Wii U was or that it was different from the Wii. And they started to realize that in their later commercials, but because they started to really heavily focus on, oh, this is a new system. This is so
Right.
much different than Wii U. Like, look at the graphics. Look at the Wii Pad. They were trying so hard. It's like, guys, this is a new system. Like, this is not just like a peripheral update to the Wii.
Right, yeah.
It's sad. It's sad because especially now the games look pretty good. They had a great E3.
Yeah, for sure. It's funny, because you bring up the fact that it was poorly marketed in the beginning. I actually found out about the Wii U by watching people play it on YouTube. I'd never even heard of it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm a huge Nintendo fan. How did I not even hear of this thing until now? Like,
Right.
Definitely, man. Now, just to touch really quickly, you must have a PS4, I'm guessing.
Yes, I do.
Okay, what do you think PS4 needs to do right now? They're doing very well sales-wise, but there's a lot to complain about, I think. What would you complain about?
I guess probably just, you guys have been talking about like media support.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no, there's no like internet radio app, which would be awesome. Like I was just thinking about that today, how I would like to have that.
Yeah.
Obviously the friend thing, the friend notifications not popping up. I think that's the most retarded thing. Sorry, I don't know if I should say that, but
No, you're good. I do far worse than that.
the worst thing. I mean, like this was on PS3 and 360 8 years ago.
I
So
know.
it's just
Very bizarre. It really is. And I don't know if that's a result of you able to have 2,000 friends now and they don't want friend notifications showing up every 5 seconds, but
You can
all you have to do is have an option.
Right.
Yeah.
They have options for every single other. I don't know if you go in your notifications, you can choose
Yeah,
what
exactly.
notifications you want.
I know, it's just
And
dumb. It's dumb. I don't understand why they won't add it. I agree, man. There's a lot of really confusing omissions to PS4 that hopefully are rectified very soon.
yeah, I totally agree.
Trevor, thanks so much for calling in, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
See ya.
See ya.
That was a great call. Thank you so much, Trevor. I'm going to call
Yeah,
back somebody who called in while Trevor was talking, James F.
Nice.
Also, wanted to touch on a comment I saw. Someone said DLNA support. That would also be great to
Yeah,
have.
that'd be good.
If people don't know what that is, that's to be able to stream content from your PC media servers to your PS4. PS3 has it. It's a great feature. That would also be a nice addition to the PS4.
Also, I want to just put in there too, guys. There's with the questions in the comments. We want to keep it towards the topic, or anything we're talking about. But there's questions that you have, like release dates and stuff like that. If you can Google it, we're probably not going to answer it.
Yeah. We're trying to focus on, first of all, the discussion we're having and on questions that will spread that discussion or communication. So I'm going to call James real quick.
Cool.
He called first, so let's get him in here.
So what's the people like cast from G4, Rory Webb, Adam Sessler, Kevin Pereira.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, man, how you doing?
Doing good. How are y'all doing tonight?
Doing great. We're talking about the console war. Do you want to weigh in?
Yeah, actually I do. I myself have both the PS4 and a Wii U, and to be honest with you, I'm a married guy, and I don't like asking my wife just to room so I can play. It's kind of awesome to have the Wii U to just kind of play while she's in there, watching what she's doing. And I can kind of play and do what I'm doing. And if the Wii U had more third-party support, I honestly would play all the games on the Wii U.
Yeah, definitely. What do you think of the first-party support, though?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, Mario Kart 8 is by far one of the best games I played this year.
Nice, very nice. Yeah, I hear great things about Mario Kart, and it drove sales massively.
Crazy.
250%.
Can't even wait to see what the new Smash Brothers does.
Oh, yeah, Smash Brothers and Zelda are going to kill, for sure, I think. This is just the beginning. I really think Wii U could bounce back a little bit. It's not going to sell PS4 and Xbox One levels, but I really do think it could do GameCube levels, which would be fine. As long as they start selling it at a profit, I think that'll be fine. And then they can bounce back next generation with something compelling, I hope.
I really think so, but PS4 wise, I mean, that's where all my friends are, and that's, of course, the graphics are better, and Destiny, look, I mean, it's freaking amazing on that beta. So I'm just, of course, I can't get that on the Wii U, so my only choice is on PS4. I don't have an Xbox One. I was kind of turned off by the whole DRM thing anyway, but I went from a 360 to a PS4, and I love that PS4. It's freaking awesome.
Let's touch on the DRM thing really quick, because I was just talking about earlier that I feel like that still is affecting them, even though they've rectified all that. They 180'd on all the DRM stuff, but you still have harsh feelings towards that whole thing?
Yeah, I do big time, because I was such a huge 360 supporter, and to me, the idea was a good idea. I mean, I think they wanted to go to the Steam level, and I think that was a great idea. I just think it's like y'all said, they just marketed bad.
Their message is terrible,
the way I just thought about it, to me, it just seemed like they were greedy. The whole used games thing and everything. Because I trade in games all the time. That's a huge way to save money.
Let's to put it out there, and just to put it into a little perspective, what was hilarious to both myself and Drew for that E3 when they unveiled it was everybody actually expected Sony to be the first one on the anti-piracy, and actually we were all really surprised when we first heard rumors that they weren't going to be, and then floored when they said that they would be okay with the used games, because that was actually the talk for almost a year and a half.
I mean, we'll never know for sure what Sony's original plan was, and they might have had a response to that by by saying, "Oh, we're not doing DRM." They might have originally planned to do DRM, but once they saw the backlash on Microsoft, they're like, "Oh, we're going to take advantage of this,"
and they just destroyed them at their conference. So, in my opinion, that's exactly what I always imagined it happening. They saw how badly it was received from Microsoft, and they were just like, "We can annihilate them right now."
I do think that they never had those plans, because they recently had an interview where they asked them, someone asked them, what was your reaction when you heard $500 and DRM at Microsoft's conference? And I think it was Kazrai, and he said we were jumping up and down, singing and dancing. Because we knew at that moment they have this.
Well, they could have hoped it, but not known if they were going to do it or not. You know what I mean? But so I just wanted to put that into perspective, because a lot of people give Microsoft a lot of flack for this DRM thing, and it's nothing. Sony has tried to do this. Look at this is actually the reason they don't have a media player.
Yeah.
They're trying to do these anti-piracy things. They're always coming up with ways to do anti-piracy and blocking all these things. So I'm not really that.
To a certain extent, I'm okay with it. Like, for instance, Synavia is something that the PS3 has to block, downloaded, pirated movies. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that, because really, that really shouldn't happen. Right. Everyone does it, but I understand them not wanting that to happen. That's okay. There's a line that you draw, though, and I think Microsoft crossed that line, and it really backfired on them. So, James, real quickly, though, now that you have harsh feelings towards that, what can bring you back on Microsoft's side? What is going to win you back?
Well, the first thing was the Kinect. I mean, that was another thing that kind of pushed me off, because I had absolutely no interest in Kinect. And when I see them dropping that, I know the sales have gone up a little bit, but I mean, I was such a huge Halo guy. Yeah. That was my thing. That's why I chose 360. But now that Destiny's out, I feel like I have my Halo fix. Does that make sense? I don't feel like I need an Xbox One now.
That's exactly my thing. I actually still want to get an Xbox One. I want to get the Master Chief Collection.
Yeah.
I don't care. Actually, to be honest, I don't care about Halo 5. I wasn't huge on Halo 4. I just want the Master Chief Collection to play the old movies, play the old games. But Destiny, the one thing I was hoping to see was hopefully a SWAT mode, like they have for the multiplayer from Halo, carryover.
And I think they're going to add stuff like that in, because I'm honestly, I can't believe Microsoft can't sue them for how much like Halo this is. I mean, I'm just seriously, I don't even want an Xbox.
It is Halo, right? It is very Halo, but they were able to, if you look, it looks similar, but nothing looks exactly the same. They're able to use their own.
It's the gameplay to me that feels like Halo.
Oh, it's
the shooting is so Halo. Which is good. I mean, Halo's shooting is great.
It's very fluid and twitchy to the point where it's not over the top like Call of Duty.
Yeah, I really like the shooting. I'm not very good at the multiplayer, but that didn't matter. It was really fun to play and control.
But for Xbox to lose Bungie, that would almost be like Microsoft or Sony losing Naughty Dog. And I'm just like, wow.
Yeah.
So you seem to be on the anti-Microsoft. What do you think they could do? What would it be that they would be able to do that you would say, okay, I want them now?
Well, I thought it was going to be Titanfall because I came so close to buying one just to play Titanfall until I found out, Titanfall 2 is going to be on PS4. They're going to have to come up with some new IP.
And maybe even Titanfall 1. There's rumors that they might even bring over the first one to PS4 as well now.
Right.
Supposedly there might have been a contractual, what do they call it? I'm trying to think of. Clause. There might have been a clause in the contract saying that if it doesn't sell this amount, we can port it over to PS4 after 6 months or something like that. So that could always happen at the end of this year. We're not going to hear about it until they get to that contractual date, if that is true. But that could happen, and I agree. Titanfall was a great game. It got like 8s and 9s, but it just wasn't enough, especially now that it sounds like it's going to come to PS4.
But that's what it would take for me to not to switch, because I would never give up, but to get an Xbox also. But it just had to be some new IP that would just blow everybody away.
Alrighty. James, thanks so much for calling in, man.
Guys, y'all have a great show. Thanks again.
Thank you for the call.
Can I put something out there real quick? I want to actually apologize for its goddamn Batman.
Why?
He said he's not engaged.
Huh?
Goddamn Batman.
Oh, yeah, he said he got engaged. It's not
Congratulations, Batman.
Yeah, it's not Natalia Bull or Selena Kyle. So I'm really confused. I want to apologize to him because I was excited to play with him. I actually wanted to play with him. There's people I went over, out of my way to try to play with, and I went with him. But I forgot that I was playing as my new class. And so I'm level like 3 or 4 Warlock, and they're like level 8, and they're doing the strike mission.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden we get to the big giant spider tank thing, and I'm just getting destroyed every 5 seconds. And so like he just had to come over and keep reviving me like all the time. I think him and his buddy were getting pissed. So when he was talking about Destiny, he was like, "Am I gonna have to revive you every 5 seconds or something?"
Let's touch on a few questions here. Somebody asking if The Last of Us is preloadable. Unfortunately, it does not seem to be preloadable. That's a huge omission, in my opinion. I really would have liked for them to do that, especially considering that both Rogue Legacy and Swapper are preloadable. It's like, why not The Last of Us? That makes no sense. And we got another person suggesting Flash Player. Like, where's the Flash Player? So, guys, I'm going to say it again. Go on the PS blog. They have a really good system on there for upvoting and downvoting features that you would love to see on the PS4. Go on there and say that you want the Flash Player to be added to the internet browser. They pay attention to that. They really do. So
I forgot that I wrote
out.
this down earlier. Someone said Viggo Mortensen actually has, what's his name, Tom? The guy that was the cannibal leader.
In what?
Last of Us, for the movie.
Oh, okay, that could work. I could see that.
Was his name Tom?
Dave.
Dave.
In the game, his name was Dave.
Tom.
That was a great part, and I would love to see who they grab for that. Yeah.
That would be actually, I think it'd be perfect.
We're running a little long, so do you mind if we skip the rants?
I really don't care, but...
We'll do it on the spot really quick since it's a short one, and I already have it planned.
On
I want to kind of go off of Comic-Con and seeing a lot of different things translating to other mediums. So I was wondering if there is a game that you would love to see either translated into a movie or maybe a TV series. What would it be? I can go first just because I've already thought about this. Should I go first? I think that Kingdom Hearts would make an amazing Disney movie.
Movie or TV show?
Movie. I think I would love to see. I think it'd be cool. You never really see that. You never see a Disney movie that takes all of their different franchises and tries to combine them into one. It would be a cool homage to all of their past, classics like Little Mermaid and Aladdin and Lion King and all this kind of stuff. But to introduce new characters and make a franchise out of it, potentially a movie franchise with Sora and Kyrie and stuff like that. I think it could actually be a really cool movie franchise, CGI especially. For Pixar or Disney Animation Studios. And then if I were to go for a TV series, I've always thought that Final Fantasy, one of the games translated exactly story-wise into a show. They had Final Fantasy Unlimited way back, which was an anime show, but it was an original storyline. I would love to see them take either 7, 8, 9, one of those stories and really try and perfectly lay it out across a TV series. 2, 3 seasons. Animation's fine, doesn't have to be live action. I think it would be really cool to see something like that.
Alright, give me a second because I'm still thinking.
Mark, how about you? Can you think of any game that you would love to see as a TV series or movie?
Jeez.
God of War TV show says Prozac. Shadow of the Colossus movie is rumored.
Hey guys, let us know what you want.
Bioshock TV series would be cool.
Bioshock's TV series set as everything is going to hell.
Thank you, Lone
In Rapture would be really cool.
Speaking of that, let's touch on that really quickly. In the meantime, did you guys hear that the Bioshock Vita game was supposed to be that? It was supposed to be the downfall of Rapture.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what it was supposed to be. Yeah.
Oh, that would have been.
Yeah.
That would have been neat to see.
Yeah, it would have been neat to see that. It was supposed to be a Final Fantasy Tactics style game, though. At the same time, strategy RPG version.
Goddamn Batman has probably the best idea so far. Fallout on HBO.
Oh, yeah, that would be great.
Ooh,
Definitely.
Or Half-Life.
Sweet.
Half-Life would be pretty cool too. Yeah.
I think Deus Ex would be.
You
really
love Deus Ex, but I agree, it does fit.
Like it has such like a really good story, and I think it would make like a great HBO miniseries.
Mm-hmm.
Just like one of those 10-episode long things.
I want to see them make a Mario movie.
Is that what Kristen was gonna say?
What?
A good Mario movie, finally?
I was just joking about that part.
No.
But,
No, it'd be cool to see a good Mario movie. Not that the old one wasn't good. It actually
no,
is.
it's terrible.
It's decent in a weird way. It's not good at all as a Mario movie, but it has like a really weird like.
There's like articles on like
quirky
the
movie.
behind the scenes and that, and it was like the main actor was constantly drunk. And
Yes,
like,
it's
it
such
was
a
just-
bizarre
it was-
movie.
Right, like all the events that turn around.
Assassin's Creed TV show could be pretty cool.
My main idea for a TV show actually is Spyro.
Okay.
And if you play the first one, he has to like basically free all these dragons.
Yeah.
That would be perfect. Every
Yeah.
episode you free another dragon, and eventually you get more like powers that you can
It's
do
funny. That's
and
the first
everything.
thing I think of. I don't think of like live action movies and TV shows. That's when I think of games translated. I keep thinking of TV shows, like animated TV shows. I think games
That
are
would be
really
perfect right
like.
there, though.
Yeah, I think of a Mario TV show or
Mario TV show's awful. No, don't even go there.
But you know, Zelda then. Zelda.
Zelda, no.
Don't look at the old one. I'm not talking about. Excuse me,
princess.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a good like anime version of Zelda, like a badass like Zelda,
Oh,
Link,
please
you
don't
know,
pull that
awesome
up.
combat like anime. I think that could be pretty cool. Thank you for the friend request, Dante Lagitz. A lot of people say Watch Dogs TV show. I've seen that multiple times. Broken Wings agrees with Spyro. Pong the movie. Final
Pong
Fantasy
the
VIII
movie.
given the Smallville treatment.
Hey, what about that Pac-Man movie? Remember that goofy trailer?
I do
That
remember
was actually
that.
kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Skyrim on HBO. That's basically Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
But yeah, it could work. Smash Brothers cartoon series.
Oh, there was
Yeah, a lot of cartoon series. I hear a lot of. I think someone said Legend of Dragoon.
Oh, Legend of
Watch
Dragon
Dogs
was great.
TV series would be neat.
Yeah, a lot of people saying Watch Dogs TV series.
Imagine Dark Souls as like a TV, like a miniseries.
Someone mentioned a Metal Gear animated TV show, and the reason that would work really well is
You mean
because
Wolf Among Us?
some of the
That's
portable,
the one
yeah, well,
that's
some of the
called.
portable games actually are animated.
Right.
The cutscenes, and it works really well. Very nice.
That's like
anything you want to say real quick?
It's 2
No, you don't
minutes
have
of
one.
him saying that.
All right, guys, are we done? Do we have any others we want to say real quick? Thank you so much, guys, for all your suggestions.
Vegman.
Mega Man?
No, Vegman65 was saying The Wolf Among Us.
The Wolf of...
I haven't done
series. I haven't played it yet, but it's supposed to be pretty good. So
Yeah, I hear very good things about that. Yeah, there's a lot of
Flappy
potential.
Bird on HBO.
Flappy Bird, yeah, great choice. Outlast movie.
I could just see the drama. You being like, "Am I going to make it over this obstacle? Oh God, this is
A wild game appears. I thought you were gonna say. You said it last week, and I thought that was funny.
A wild game
There
appears.
you go. Let's check it out, guys.
Oh, well, excuse me. Oh, there we go.
Cool.
Very
The
somber.
Swapper. Very somber. Yeah, and it's a somber looking game. Guys, this comes out pretty soon, actually. It comes out on August 5th. It's called The Swapper. Have you guys heard of this game?
I did before I knew it was coming out for PS4.
I didn't
Tell
hear
me
much
about
about it besides IGN's review way back for PC. It came out last year. It came out on, I think it was May? I think it was May of last year. Yeah, May of 2013. But I remember seeing IGN's review, and they just went nuts over it.
Yeah, they loved
and
it.
it always kind of stuck in the back of my head. I was like, okay, the Swapper. I don't know what this is. I thought it was going to be like an Alien type game.
Right, that's what-
Swappers,
yeah.
I think Aliens came to my head. But that's kind of not what it is, actually. It's developed by a small indie studio called Facepalm Games, which is an awesome name for a studio.
Why didn't I think of that?
They're based out of Finland, and as I said, the first game released on PC in May of 2013 to excellent critical reception. Let's read some of these snippets from reviews. Destructoid said, I came away from the Swapper with nothing but amazement from the first time you see the literally handcrafted visuals until the final moment in the game, which is sure to give you pause for thought. You will be in complete awe. Brilliant puzzles with even more brilliant solutions complement the philosophical plotline, leaving an unforgettable experience unlike any other. IGN, as I said earlier, reviewed it to 9.3, saying, the Swapper tempted me with ingenious puzzles, transported me to a fully realized science fiction world, and made me ask questions about mortality and morality that few video games have ever dared to explore. Very few puzzle games have ever managed to marry impeccable challenges with a mature storytelling quite like this. There's no fluff or extraneous content here, only a prime example of how to create a tight, unforgettable gaming experience. And finally, Game Informer said, it didn't take me long to fall in love with the Swapper. It continuously surprised and impressed me from its intriguing first moments to its fantastic ending. Now, I'm going to touch on that a little bit later. A lot of them kind of talked about the themes of the game, like mortality and morality. That's very important to the game, but there is no dialogue. It's completely silent except for the music, but it tells a story in a very cool way. Let's start on gameplay a little bit. It's just, as you guys can see in the dark game. The game is essentially a side-scrolling puzzle platformer with Metroidvania vibes, where the player has to backtrack through the level, kind of like those games, in order to reach new areas that they weren't able to reach before. As you're traveling through a damaged space station trying to escape, you'll be collecting orbs within the game, which can then allow you to open doors that you weren't able to open before. But the main gameplay mechanic comes from a cloning tool, which you can see when he kind of points up in the game where the light is shining. You'll see like a red outline of himself, sometimes form. That's where he's going to shoot the clone, and you're allowed to have up to 4 clones in the game before they start to kill themselves, I think. Like the old ones will kind of kill themselves or die off as you create new clones. Now this is what kind of causes the puzzles to take effect. You kind of tried to relate it to Portal earlier.
I actually want to add, it also reminds me of the one section of Braid.
Of Braid? Okay, I haven't played Braid. I hear really good things.
Why have you not played Braid?
I have it on the PS3. I just haven't played it.
You haven't? He hasn't even played it.
Yeah.
God, I want to
I got it for free.
you.
I got it for free. I just haven't played it yet. But yeah, it has Portal vibes in a way, but the gameplay mechanic does allow for completely different puzzles than Portal allowed for. You can see a few times in the gameplay mechanics here, like say for instance you have like 4 different platforms, right? And they all kind of like come on steps, so you'll have to shoot a new clone on each platform, and then walk each of them forward so that they hit the edge of the platform. They can't keep walking, and then they fall on the button, and it opens a door or something like that. But it gets a lot more complex than that. Because like I said, sometimes you actually want to kill previous clones in order to get to certain areas. Like for instance, say you're trying to climb to a really high height, so you shoot a clone up high, and then while that clone is falling to his death, you slow down time and shoot another clone higher. And that clone is falling to his death, and then you shoot another clone higher. While those clones are falling, gradually stepping higher and higher to get to a platform. Now this is where the question of mortality and stuff comes into play though. Kind of similar to like a Prestige or Moon, if you guys have ever seen those movies. It questions what happens to these clones. Like what are you creating and what are you killing?
Right.
And, like, are you the clone? Or is that the clone?
Prestige, yeah, that's
like what is happening here? And I have a feeling the game's going to touch on that in the end. I have a feeling it's going to be very I'm not sure what the word would be. It seems very somber, and one of the reviews here that it'll make you pause for thought at the end. And you're going to sit there, and I think you're probably going to contemplate what you've done. And I wouldn't be surprised. This isn't a spoiler. I don't know if at the end of the game you see the results, the results of what you've done, how many people you've killed.
Look at what you've done.
Yeah, I mean, really, kind of.
Look at it. No.
Because that's what it seems like you're doing. You're creating real beings. You're not just creating just this tool for puzzles. You're creating another life by using this weapon, and then you're just causing it to die. And you don't even know which version is dying. Does this have all the memories of the clone that came before it? Like, I wonder if it'll touch on that. I think it's a really cool subject matter, and I hope that it does. And another thing I really want to touch on really quick that one of the reviews said is that the graphics. You guys can look here a little bit. It's hard for you to see closely. Watch it on YouTube. Everything in the game is actually hand modeled, meaning that it's made out of clay or real life objects that they put into the game. None of it is actually made in graphical engine. Like the main character is made out of clay, and then they hand animated the character and took pictures and then made that the movement in the game. Nothing in the game is graphically animated.
Maybe want to get this. I don't want to get it.
Which I think is really, really cool that they did that. Everything is real. Like if there's plants, like they actually took pictures of plants and they you made the leaves and stuff like that and put it in and stuff like that. Nothing. It's almost like a Wallace and Gromit or something like that. It's which I think is awesome. I think it's really cool that they did that. It looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's why I'm displaying it, because I looked it up and I thought it looked really cool. Libra Riscus, how long have you been with Drew? Oh,
he's been having a conversation going on.
Yeah, continue having your conversation. But guys, yeah, check this game out. I think it looks really, really cool, and I'm hoping that it touches on some subject matter that typically games don't touch on, and that's what I love about these indie titles, that they can take the time to touch on something that might be a little bit more taboo in mainstream titles.
Someone wants to see a 50 Shades of Grey movie by Telltale Games.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, that would actually work.
They probably would work pretty well.
What's really sad about that? All right, sorry. Anyway.
Yeah, but I guess that's it. There's not a lot to talk about because it's not a big game. It's about 4 hours long. You'll be able to finish it in 1 or 2 sittings. But it's got great reviews. It comes out on August 5th in the United States, and I think it comes out on August 6th in Europe. You can currently pre-order it on a PSN, and you can even preload it, like I currently have. So yeah, guys.
You're getting Rogue Legacy for Tuesday, right?
Rogue Legacy is also out on the same day that Last of Us Remastered comes out.
Tuesday.
And we did that last week. A Wild Game appears on Rogue Legacy. Also looks really great. Hearing good things about that as well.
Now we have a couple minutes. What do you think are going to be the PS Plus games?
Yeah, I know. I'm wondering about that. I wonder maybe if Octodad could come in there. That's a game that probably sold as much as it's going to sell now.
Okay.
You know, get that in there maybe. I don't know.
It needs to be 1 or 2.
It'll be 2 for PS4. That's the way they work now. 2 PS4, 2 PS3, 2 Vita.
So what do you think the second one's going to be?
I really have no idea. It might be a game that we don't know about. They've been doing that a little bit recently, like with not Resogun, Dead Nation, Apocalypse Edition. Need to drink. I'm running out.
Drink.
Gamer, we're talking in here.
Yeah.
Don't drop us from the show.
Aw. Sorry, man.
He said he should drop me and Mark since we don't do anything.
Yeah, they're very important, guys. They do a lot. Trust us. They do plenty. This has been a comment-heavy show, hasn't it? 3,268 comments. Jeez, that's a lot of comments. We don't usually get that high. Thank you guys so much. You guys have been very active in the chat room this week, and that's because of Mark and Kristen in the chat room.
What do you think about what would you do if they did a Knack?
Oh, Knack would be perfect. I would be very happy with Knack. I still say that as a free game, that is perfect. Mm-hmm. That is a game that you will enjoy, especially if you're like, oh, this was too much money. No, this is great.
I don't know if I agree with that. But the only thing I would agree with that on is that, and this I think would piss people off. They just did a sale where you could have gotten Injustice, the collected, the full edition, for like $9 for the PS Plus account.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was like really cheap. So I don't know. I'm really interested to see what they're gonna do.
Do they do Don't Starve again now that we got like the Giants?
No, I don't think they're gonna do that.
Yeah, I don't think they would either.
Now, what do you think they're gonna do for PS3 though? What do they have left?
They've got a lot to go back on. You know, PS3's been around for so long that they could probably touch on something that we haven't seen already.
What would you do if they gave you like a bunch of games for PS3 or something like that? Like a package of arcade games or something?
I'd be okay with that. Something like the Nintendo Remix or something. That does really well, actually. People really like Nintendo Remix. Maybe do some old school stuff like that. Pac-Man Championship Edition, if they haven't already done that. You know, they've done so much on PS3 already. They've had, 4 or 5 years of PlayStation Plus on PS3, so they've given us so many games away already.
You know what I think would actually be really...
Killzone is what somebody's asking for.
I think Killzone's still doing pretty well, actually, and they have new DLC coming out. Right. I think they'll probably wait.
It's not doing terribly, it's just not doing...
And DLC might drive sales, so they probably will want to wait on that
one. Now, what would you say, this is actually a conversation I had with somebody else, What would you say if for the PS3, all of a sudden they start doing, you can download one game from the entire account, the entire PSN network on PS3? Instead of choosing the game for you, they let you choose. Like it has to be under a certain price.
Yeah, that's the thing. It'd have to be under a certain price. And it'd have to be probably after a certain release date. Like, these developers are not going to allow that.
Well, okay, what if they gave you a list? Like, my thing is, like, the thing I actually had the idea for is what if they let you just choose one PS Classic, whether it's PS2 or PS1.
Guys, I'm going to open up the lines. We'll take one more call, and then we're going to end the show while Mike and I kind of talk us out.
Guys, this is what Broken Wings, that's what we're talking about. We're trying to figure out what the games are because they haven't said yet.
Yeah, we're wondering, guys, you too, maybe you can call in or you can put in the chat room, what would you like to see as the PS4, PlayStation Plus games of the month?
It's going to be unveiled tomorrow morning.
It probably will be. I wouldn't be surprised.
We're going to wake up, it's going to be right there.
Twisted Dope for PS3 wants Little Big Planet 2. I was with the Welcome Back program even, maybe, way back. I feel like...
Yeah, I have it because I didn't buy it.
Fallout? Fallout, like maybe 3 or New Vegas or something, maybe for PS3. That could be a good one.
Yeah.
I don't think they ever did Fallout 3 for PS3 as a PlayStation Plus game. That would be a not bad one, especially if they're planning to announce 4. They usually try to do that kind of thing where they put a game on PlayStation Plus because another game in the series is going to be announced or something like that. God of War. Oh, Ascension. Yeah, did we ever get Ascension?
No.
No, Ascension might be a good one for PS3. But at the same time, they might be remastering that for PS4, so they might want to. What
about Far Cry 3?
That'll probably be a good one.
Okami.
Hey, Jorge, how you doing, man? Never mind.
Just kidding.
Just kidding. Jorge, call back if you want. We're taking one call, guys. We only got a few minutes left, and we're wrapping up.
Yeah, I think Far Cry 3 would be a really good one.
That probably would be.
Because Far Cry 4 is coming out.
Second Son, I think, is too soon. I think that game's still selling decent.
Too soon.
Yeah, they'll wait on that one. Killzone would be definitely before that, and Knack 100% before that. If it's going to be anything,
that's if they do a AAA title, or or not AAA title, a full retail release title.
It's usually more of the $10, $15 stuff that you see.
What else is on there that we haven't gotten?
Thief for PS4. Possible if it didn't sell well, maybe.
But what else arcade-wise is on the PS4 that we haven't gotten yet?
I don't know.
We got Towerfall Ascension. That was like one of the only other ones I knew of that we haven't gotten yet.
Swan remastered.
Trials?
Trials, yeah, maybe Trials. That might not be a bad one. Death by Joke, it's not a number, it's our Skype ID. It's the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds. No spaces. Mark and Mubot continuously posted in the chat room. Hey, P-Dog, we're wrapping up, but welcome to the show. Mortal Kombat 9. Not bad, for PS3 at least. That never came to PS4. Not bad for PS3 to get people hyped up for Mortal Kombat 10.
Yeah, yes.
Trials, someone else said Trials.
Fighting guy, but...
Apparently you and Kristen are eyeing each other.
I haven't even taken my...
That's how they talk to each other. They just look and
Actually,
talk.
what's really
funny in chat, we look at each other like...
Right, hey, what were you trying to call it?
Yeah, we'll just look at each other like...
Wobreader, are you there? No. Wobreader, just, I don't know what he's doing.
This is just what he does, I guess.
Yeah, he probably is what he does. Alright, guys, I guess we'll wrap up then. Guys, I'm going to shut off the lines, but we had a lot of great calls this week, so thank you so much, guys, for calling in. People that did. Sorry to the people that couldn't get through if you were having issues. Thank you to Saint One for your friend request. I'll pull up all the PSN friend requests, and Kristen can read them off. Also, have a few Twitch hearts as well. Why don't you read off all those? Okay, I'll read them if you don't want to.
Okay.
Max Payne, V3, Monkey Nuts, 47, Pekinator, Julio, Silver Wolf, Philly Reese, and Evil X Leaks. Thank you so much, guys, for your Twitch hearts. And Slacker and Paulino, thank you again for your YouTube subscriptions. Everybody, you can look at the channels in front of me here in order to add us. Please do. We really appreciate that. Go on twitch.tv/TheLevelUpShow and heart us. That'll give you email notification whenever the show goes live, or if we do Let's Plays, anything from the Level Up Show's Twitch account will notify you if you heart us on Twitch. Please go on Twitter at the Level Up Show, level spelled LVL, and follow us on there. We're very active on Twitter. We love to talk with you guys and get suggestions from you guys, so please do that. Facebook as well. Please like us on Facebook. TheLevelUpShow.com is our official website. We put up articles, reviews, editorials. Greg just put up his article today on trophy hunting, and he will be putting up a review tomorrow on Valiant Hearts, which I heard is really good. Also, we're really pushing our YouTube right now. YouTube.com/TheLevelUpShow, level spelled LVL. Thank you, Chili Cow, for your friend request. But on our YouTube.com/levelupshow, level spelled LVL, we put up all of our live shows. We archive them there in full, but we also break it down into segments called Replay, as well as putting up our Wild Game Appears and editorials, blogs like Game On from the Beast NJ, video reviews. So please subscribe on YouTube. We really appreciate that.